about. Because you got class, Ruth Thompson. You have class, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Saturn's Day to you, girl. Happy Saturn's Day. You're the only one I see, though, at the moment. It says we're live in the chat. Remember, though. Why does it say there? They must be vetting the chat or scrubbing my channel or doing something, because y'all should have been in here by now. But we gons to get it. It's not as hot as last week. What up? West Cruz, Carmen Lopez, what up? True Knowledge, Professor C, Zai the Great, Reload 614, Atune Antoine, what's cracking? That Guy, what up? This is B, what up? Ishmael Timbo, got you, Professor C, Neon Black, Summer Breeze, JR, what up? King Lemuel Productions, Quintessential, what's cracking? Hotep Shalom, Kissed by the Sun, that's what I'm talking about. Sharky Dog, Kevin Corbett, what up, DJ Sherm, Dr. Sinister, Alchemical Empress, what's cracking? Christopher Ellis, Toby Robinson, what up? Elijah Al-McBay, Elisa Harley, what's up? Got you, Carmen Lopez, thank you for the hearts. Brian Bennett, what's cracking? Dwayne Hicks, Caramel Soldier, that's what I'm talking about. I'm more like a dark chocolate or middle, almost dark chocolate soldier. What up, Maria Carbajal? DL, DCC family, True the 8, I got you, Trevion McClinton, Najee King, excuse me. I got you, Summer Breeze, Flytown 614. This says Chuck Weiler, Adijah Abrams, Rose Maafa, Rose Maafa, my bad. Jamar D, Fishing Lottery, Ron Spinks, Chaz McFly, Semtex. Thank you, Kevin Corbin. Appreciate you for the Cash App. Thank you, everybody. If you want to hit me with the Cash App, because there is no more super chat, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Emmanuel Townsend. What up, Base Kickers? JB. Order from Chaos. That's what I'm talking about. Bahamanian. What's up? What up, everybody? What the big crockin'? What big crockin' people? On this Saturn's Day, a not as hot Saturn's Day. Thank the universe, because goddamn, it was hot as hell this last week. It was insane. And thank God if you weren't in LA. We finally back to some sane temperatures. It's still hot, but we still we're back to some sane temperatures. Appreciate everybody. Real quick, handle some business. If you ordered the police stop law package, the Great Book of Melanin Research, it was sent out yesterday. So everything, you should have got an email. Sent everything out for you yesterday. Appreciate you guys supporting on that. That's also another way you guys can support. Since they took me off out of the partnership program at YouTube, no more super chat. So if you wanna support, you can go buy the Great Book of Melanin Research right here. Boom, you can buy this beautiful book right here that no one else has. The only place you can get it from me. Get this hard copy right here, everything you need to know about your melanin for the last 114 years, and I will give you the whole police stop law package for free. Constitutional rights cards, qualified immunity card and notice, know your rights manual, and public official bonds book. and I only got about 10 of each left. So first 10 is going to be it. And the 5 flashcards. I only got 10 left of each before. So we want to get in the last order. This is to be the last time I'll be doing the all 5 card flash deck card. So deal. So if you want to get in on that, first 10, you will get this right here. So appreciate you guys for supporting. That is the way you can support. Since YouTube is trying to break us down, they're trying to take me out the game, but we're not going to let them do it. Appreciate you guys. Also, if you want to learn the law for free, again, make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org or KYRF.org. Sign up as a volunteer. We will teach you the law for free. No one else is doing this. You won't find this anywhere else in America, I promise you. And you won't find anyone else who knows more law than we do. Police stop law, anyway. Excuse me. And we don't know everything about police stop law, but we know more than anybody else in America. I promise you that. So make sure you get over there. We teach you how to defend yourself, how to take your dignity back when the police officers try to snatch it from you. They try to steal it from you by thinking that you don't know anything and you're just a pawn to be used and told what to do. No, you the goddamn public servant, cop. I got constitutional rights, goddamn it. You understand me? And that's, you don't got to talk to them like that, but you know, you can think it in your head while you articulate something a lot better when you get pulled over. And that's what we teach you how to do. We teach you for free. But the deal is you have to take this information, first you have to work to get one of these beautiful certifications right here, baby. And then you go and teach it to the community. You have to pay it forward, teach it to your family, your friends in the community, become, you know, as a representative of Know Your Rights Foundation out there in the world. And this way we're going to grow those 1 million Johnny Cochrans. So I appreciate everybody who's been involved so far. You know, you guys been great. People are learning the law. It's an awesome thing. If you guys were in police stop law class every Sunday, you would see it's incredible to see this many people, especially melanated people, who know the law. I mean, just cracking and battling and breaking down law theories. And I mean, we're going crazy under just pulling up law cases like that, just drumming them up. Boom. Understanding, breaking down the Constitution. If I ask them a question on the Constitution, what does this amendment mean? Boom. They were able to jump on it. I'm telling you guys, y'all better jump in here. We don't want to leave y'all behind. I'm telling you, because we are going places. This is where you're going to have to be in the future. You're going to have to be knowledgeable on the system. Not knowledgeable, but master this system so that you can take advantage of it when this shit goes off the rail, when Kamala Harris become president, because they're going to pick her. They're going to do everything they can to become a chameleon in office. They can't let Trump back in. Trump is going to destroy everything they got going. So whatever, something going to happen. That's going to push Kamala. And when it happens, you're talking about communism, police state, all of that bullshit. And you better be ready for it. And don't say, I didn't warn you. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Get in there. We have interviews. If you want to get in, try to get into the next interview time we have, I think, is on the 25th. So if you want to get in to this new interview session, make sure you hit us up and we can try to squeeze you into the interview day on the 25th. Appreciate you guys, everybody. And also Patreon. If you guys want to learn status law, please go to patreon.com/realnagas. Sign up to one of the status class levels. At the highest level, I will give you the paperwork for free that you have to file to free yourself. Because again, I need a law army. We are building it. Peace over here, peace over here, peace over here, peace over there, peace way over there, but there's still a peace. We building this law army. Make sure you become part of this army so when you need it, it's there for you. So again, know your rights. Patreon.com/realnagas. Learn to take your status back, pull yourself out of the jurisdiction of the corporation, United States of America, Inc., a true, actual corporation filed in Delaware. You take yourself out of the jurisdiction of that corporation. And when the government finally comes for you, that's how you defend yourself. Because 2 different types of law. Police stop law for right now, when you're out in the street dealing with these little soldiers who don't know anything. They don't know, you know, they're supposed to protect your constitutional rights, but they're actually violating your constitutional rights. Learn how to deal with them. Then when the government comes for you, that's what status law is for. So when you change your status, you learn how to go back at the government and not be obligated to the government. So again, patreon.com/realnagas. Also, if you want to get to one of the police stop law classes, you can sign up to that level as well. We do them every Sunday. We have a blast in there. We clown, we laugh, but most importantly, we learn. We are learning the law. We are killing it, learning this law, so don't get left behind. Make sure you get in there. And the last thing, make sure you hook up the weed juice. The homie Timmy Tight Top just dropped these off. Boy, you better drop some new juices off, boy. Right here, this is the Miss Kiwi, kiwi, guava, and pear. That's what I'm talking about. Kiwi, guava, and pear. You know this is some super sweet. This is like a dessert right there. Then we got the healthy. You always got to bring me some healthy stuff. I ain't on my healthy kick right now, Timmy Tight Top, but I appreciate it. Green lemonade with the cucumber, romaine, spinach, kale, lemon, ginger, apple, and pear. Right there, baby. Then, this is called Black Magic. This is called Black Magic. This is activated charcoal. So, you know, activated charcoal, you know, it pulls toxins out of your body, and then you excrete it when you go to the bathroom. So activated charcoal, lemon, alkaline water, ginger, and agave. Boom. That Black Magic right here. So that's crazy right there, huh? Activated charcoal. Then America's favorite right here. This is the surprisingly sweet. Best one you make, boy. This is the grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. Off the chain. Trying to tell you. If you don't know, you better call him. You can hit him up at 323-776-2587. That's 323-776-2587. Tell him you saw it on Real Nagas. And the code, if you want a discount, is 5 off juice. 5, the number 5. 5 off juice. And he will hook you up some of these delicious juices. Also, people, make sure you subscribe to all of my alternative channels. The descriptions or the links to the other channels should be in the description box. In case something goes wrong, we're not speaking it up, but you know, just in case, you gotta prepare, gotta have some contingencies. Because you know YouTube been tripping lately. So in case I slip up, which I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna try to be good. Try not to talk about some real stuff that's going on, but try to maneuver around it if I can. But you know, if something goes down, make sure you go to those alternative channels. That's the Dragon MOOR. That's going to be the alternative channel to this one. And the Naga Nerds. That's also another one where you can find me on. And then the Know Your Rights Foundation YouTube channel. Also, I need you guys all to sign up for that because that's going to be exclusive police stop law information coming out on that. And you don't want to miss when we put out the animation. We have a cat working on animation right now. Shout out to Reggie. He's killing this new animation. Nobody else has this, especially no melanated people. I haven't seen any Caucasian people with it either. So Reggie's killing it in the game, and he's about to put us over the top. So appreciate you. All right. Oh, real quick, shout out to Bro Rich. Thank you, Bro Rich. He had me on the show the other night. Called me up at the last minute like you always do. Right before, hey, man, do you know about this? He always, hey, brother, do you know anything about this? Less than 24 hours before he want me to go on. It'd be nice to get a heads up, Bro Rich, but no. Appreciate you for having me on, man. Black Magic 363. That was, when was that? I think it was Thursday I was on, so had a ball with Bro Rich as always. And I appreciate you for having me on. And anybody who came over here from Bro Rich, welcome. Welcome to the Naga Nation. I get a little crazy up in here every now and then. But it's all in light fun. It all has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? But I get a little crazy, but I'm not crazy. Well, maybe I'm a little crazy. But you know what I'm saying? But welcome, and let's have a good time. All right, everybody. Did you see it? Let's get it started. Did you see it? How many of you synced it? I know y'all synced it, didn't you? The debate, the debacle, that was another debacle. Not as big as the Biden debacle. It wasn't as big as that. But it was a train wreck kind of for, and I wouldn't say a train wreck necessarily because nobody really won the debate, but she came in, she kind of was trying to throw little jabs at Trump, little under jab, bow, bing, just a little poke him under the belly a little bit, and Trump is he kind of sensitive. Geminis are sensitive, sorry. Geminis, you guys are sensitive. You're the most emotional out of the air signs. That's just how it is. And she was able to get him off his game to where he didn't go at her effectively. Now, he still clowned her a lot. Trump is still Trump. He got off the best one-liners, and I think he won too, but meaning I think he won because they had 3 people against him. It was 3 against 1. But what I mean by he didn't win, because there's so much that he could have went after her about. I mean, she got so much shit. She flip-flops on everything. She threw a bunch of brothers in jail for non-violent crimes, then tried to keep them in jail, to use them as labor for the state. She withheld evidence that was going to get an innocent brother killed. She withheld it twice after the court told her to up the evidence. She didn't up the evidence. They had to call her back into court and say, hey, girl, what the fuck didn't we tell your ass to give up the evidence? The evidence? The evidence. Oh, you mean the evidence. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Goddamn, brother. That's all you had to say. You got to make yourself a little clear next time. You want the evidence. Oh, okay. She was doing that shit. Almost got the brother killed. That brother was on, matter of fact, that guy, he did an interview with Art of Dialogue, that channel. The same dude who did the interview with Judge Joe Brown. Go look on that. That was like maybe about a month ago. Right when they pulled her in, and he explains Kamala's whole. So go watch that interview. He's a brother with, if you're looking for the thumbnail, it's gonna be a brother with some white glasses on, some white funky looking crazy ass glasses on. Look like some white goggles or something. That dude, he was the one that she almost tried to kill. But she got him off the game so much that he didn't go at her at all. He could have went at her over the border, you've been in office for 3.5 years. Now, he kind of went at her a little bit like that, but he should have got at her all. He's like, Kamala, look, we can stop right now. I'm so glad you want to change everything. Look, I give up. Let's go quit right now. And he did kind of say that, but he should have stuck it. He should have stuck that home. And because he didn't really stick it, because he was so busy trying to defend himself when every time she jabbed him and called him weak. He hated to be called weak. Oh, man. When she said he was weak, he almost said, bitch. You can hear it in his mind. You can like, bitch, what is this bitch talking to? But he kind of held it, and but he had to keep defending himself. He had to come down when she said that his rallies, she kind of got him about the rally. She was like, yeah, no one ever really stays at his rallies. If you ever look at his rallies, no one ever stays at his rally. He was like, bitch, everybody come to my rally, goddamn it. What you talking about? My rally is a party every goddamn time. People don't go to your rally. So he jumped off and started talking about his rallies, and they were like, dude, stick to the script, man. And then she was able to get him off his game. Now, if I was Trump, I'd have been like, oh, sorry, Kamala. My bad. You right. You know what? My rallies, you know what? Next time, I'll just have some girls on stage, twerkers for Trump, have them popping the booty, like take a little page out your book. Is that going to work? Can I borrow a little bit from you and have twerkers for Trump instead of workers for Trump? They twerkers for Trump. Can I do that next time? Because I don't know nothing about what I'm doing. I need to take a page out your book. So thank you for the idea. I'd have clowned her like that for having people twerking at her rallies. See, Trump he wasn't in his right mind. when he was doing this. And you know what the other thing he probably should have did? Like, if he knew what she was going to try to do, because he knew it was a setup. So if he knew that, he should have came in like 8 Mile. Y'all remember 8 Mile when Eminem knew the dude he was going to battle at the end was off the chain and he was going to say a whole bunch of shit and Eminem had to go first? So Eminem just said everything homeboy was going to say and basically took the power from him. So if I'm Trump and I do the debate, I'm going to get up there and as soon as they introduce me, soon as they say, yes, Mr. President Trump, blah, 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 on my first introduction, I'm going to say, hey, guys, welcome to the debate. Now, let me just say, I believe this is a hostile environment, but I came in the hostile waters because if you're going to be president, you got to be able to go under fire when it's on the line. So, but I'm going to tell you how the game plan is going to go. She's going to insult me all night. She's not going to answer a goddamn question. Every time they answer a question, she's going to give you some type of word salad and filibuster around it. Then she's going to throw it back at me like everything in her life is my fault. Like I introduced her to her whole life. They're not going to fact check her on nothing. They're going to fact check me on everything. Say, I would have said all of that from the jump. So then when it starts to, I would even been like, hey, everybody, audience everybody at home. Let's play a game, at home audience. Break out your digital notepads for your old school people. Let's break out a pen and pad. And every time they do something I just said, you mark it down. And then we're going to tweet it. We're going to tweet it and see how many times that they did exactly what I said. That way, you take their whole game from them. Anything that they're going to do, they can't do it now because you've already called it out. Trump, if you're listening, boy, that's free advice. Better got to Eminem them next time. But like I said, she didn't answer a damn question. Mrs. Harris, Miss Vice President Harris, do you believe that we're better off today in the economy than we were 4 years ago? Well, I grew up a middle-class kid, I'm a middle-classer. I'm from the middle class. Middle class is in my name. My name is Kamala Middle Class Harris. I have middle-class sheets on my bed. Yo, Nina, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. She tried to middle-class her ass all around, middle-class salad her ass all the way around that shit. And the middle class is the bedrock of America. Because if you don't have a bedrock of America, you don't have a middle class. And vice versa. So, as I said, as growing up as a middle classer, like, bitch, what the fuck does that got to do with are we better off today than 4 years ago? See, and that's what I mean by Trump he wasn't on his A game, because Trump should have came back after she pooped up that that booty salad that she just gave up. He should have came back and be like, Kamala, what was that? He should have put like, Kamala, I thought he asked you were we better off today than we were 4 years ago. What the hell does you grew up in the middle class got to do in the goddamn thing? Kamala. Oh, is it? Excuse me. Kamala. Which one is it? I don't want to miss it, Is it Kamala or Kamala? I'd have clowned the shit out of her ass. All night long. Every word out of my mouth would have been a goddamn meme. But they got her. Or she got him. And the funny thing is, like, the tactics you saw her doing, like, she could have called them out. Like, she was moving her hands a lot when she talked. She don't ever really do that. She doesn't do that. But they told her to move her hands a lot because when you're smaller, it makes you look bigger when you talk with your hands. And people who speak in front of crowds and stuff like that, they do tell you to talk with your hands because it makes you seem more animated and, it keeps the people's attention more when you're talking in front of crowds. But she doesn't really talk like that. But in the debate, she was. I'd have been like, Kamala, you throwing up gang signs, girl? Who set you from, Kamala? Huh? You a crip or blood? Cause goddamn, girl, I can't. Are you trying to land a plane? I'm like, is you doing this? You trying to land a plane, Kamala? Cause you need some lights. I'd have clowned the shit out of Kamala. Like, hey everybody, I'd have clowned. Hey, let's pause for a minute. You see how she moving her hands a lot? They told her to move her hands because she 5'2" and I'm 6'3", and then make her look bigger. And they also told her to look at me when she talk, when she's saying whatever she got to say. And America is the bedrock of America, because the bedrock of America is hard work. And what comes from hard work? America. and she looking at Trump the whole time she's saying this shit, because it makes her look stronger if she looks at Trump while she's saying the shit she do. It's all tactics. She ain't really like that. She ain't built like that. But they told her to do that shit. So if you call it out as she's doing it, like, girl, are you signing? You need to go to the bathroom? Hey, do we need to take a commercial break? I think Kamala need to go to the bathroom, y'all, because she moving her hands too much. I don't want to get accidentally slapped. So can we go to the let this bitch go to the bathroom? I'd have clowned all goddamn night long, calling out every tactic they told her to do. But like I said, the moderators fact checked Trump all night, like 11 fact checks. They fact checked him 11 times, and he was actually right on 10 of them. That's crazy. They fact checked that nigga 10 times. They fact checked him 11. He was only wrong about one of the things he said. And you don't hear nothing about that. You don't hear nothing about that. Nigga was actually right, but because they on ABC and the president of ABC News is Kamala's best friend. What kind of bullshit is this? Like, he knew this though when he agreed to the debate, so we can't really boo-hoo and cry about it. But goddamn, your show best friend is the president of ABC News. The president, the head motherfucker, the head honcho, the last hand down. And she's the one, not only is she her best friend, she the one who introduced her to the Khazarian that she's married to. That's how she became a Khazarian ball gargler. She had somebody else who was a ball gargler introduced her to the gargle side of the game. She was like, hey, you want to be a Khazarian ball gargler like me? Look here. I got a fresh pair of balls that need gargling, Kamala. You want to be in on this? So she introduced her to the ball gargling game. And now she's vice president, moving towards president. See, that was a political move that Kamala made. She made a straight political move when she got with the Khazarian. So then the moderator, the woman moderator, is her sorority sister. She an alpha. So nah, this ain't a setup at all, everybody. Not a setup at all. The head of the news company, the ABC News in America, is your best friend. Not only that, this is another thing. Then the moderator is your sorority sister, but Kamala and Bob Iger, who's the head of Disney, all of Disney, who owns ABC, they live in the same neighborhood and go jogging a lot of mornings. Kamala goes jogging with Bob Iger, the head of Disney. The whole goddamn thing. The people that run, or the company that runs all of it. So, no. I mean, yeah, AKA, my bad. Not an alpha. I said an AKA. I said an alpha. But yeah, AK. And so that's, wait a minute. Because Bob Iger is behind the scenes working stuff. So you got Bob Iger, you got her best friend, who's the head. So Bob Iger, the head of Disney, her best friend, who's the head of ABC News, what's the chick? The moderator, who's a sorority sister, and the dude moderator, who was doing all the fact checking and debating Trump. Like, he was debating Trump. Like, well, you said this a while ago, and Trump was like, it was said, he said, I was joking. I was obviously joking about, he said, well, it didn't seem like a joke to me, sir. Like, nigga, if you don't shut your bitch ass up, you old beta soft soft ass nigga, you soy ass soft beta bitch. Look. So he was battling Trump, but Trump was on her all night. He was that nigga was dropping some funny ass lines. He said her policy is only 4 lines, like run, spot, run. That nigga was clowning. If I was Trump, I'd have came out the next day with shirts that said run, spot, run. Kamala Harris policy 2024. I mean, Trump, come on, man. You're a good marketer, but you gotta be on it. Run, spot, run t-shirt should have been all over the goddamn place, man. Then he said, all her policies are my policies. He said I was gonna send her a MAGA hat. I mean, this nigga was clowning. She tried to interrupt him. He said, excuse me, please, I'm talking. Does that sound familiar? He got her with the stop talking shit. Oh, he was clowning all night. I don't know how they said Kamala won, because they expected her to shit the bed, and she just, she had an okay showing. She didn't shit the bed. So, oh my God, we thought she was going to just poop herself on stage, but she didn't poop herself, so she won. Like, nah, she didn't win. Trump was killing her all night and defending himself. But he could have did better. It was funny. She believes in taxpayer-funded sex change operations for illegal immigrants. He called that out. That's crazy. Government-funded sex change operations for illegal immigrants. That's what she believed in. He said that. They tried to fact check him on that and say it was bullshit. It was true. She said it. There's video of her saying that. Not only that, she wants the government to fund sex change for prisoners. People in prison. She wants the government to fund sex changes for people in prison. Nigga, you in prison. You ain't supposed to get no goddamn privileges. What the hell? Why are they supposed to get privileges, nigga? You violated the law, nigga. That's why you in here. They get sex change because they know women get lighter treatment than men do in jail. So they want to change their sex, get thrown into women's jail. And so they ain't got to be mangled and beat the shit and get their asses beat every goddamn day. So she believed in that. She wanted to defund the border patrol. Then she talking about, we're for the border. We have a border plan. We have a very great border plan. We're going to shut it down. We could have shut it down before, but Trump voted. He told his people to vote against our legislation. The legislation that would have let 5,000 illegal immigrants into the country every day. And it was going to give like $90 billion to Ukraine and 15 or $20 billion to New Khazaria. So that they were like, hell no, we ain't voting on this. They had another bill, and they was like, nigga, this shuts down the border, this does everything. And the Democrats didn't want to vote on that. So it was back and forth all night. Then the last thing, her earrings that she was wearing were allegedly headphones. They look just like the Pearl headphones. See, this is, they look like the pearl headphone earrings that they got right now. So she was wearing some pearl necklace, which we could pull up a whole lot of jokes. We can pull up a whole lot of jokes about her wearing pearl necklace at the debate. I mean, the jokes just write themselves with that one. When I heard it online, they was like, well, she was wearing a pearl necklace. I said, what? Somebody about to make a joke? and no, she had the real pearl necklace. But that supposedly is the jewel of her sorority. So she was wearing the pearl necklace, and that's the way I think she was getting by with the pearl earring headphones, by saying, oh, pearls is her sorority, whatever. It's the jewels of her sorority. But she had them headphones in, and they was telling her what to say the whole goddamn time. She doing, every time Trump talking, she doing this and what? She doing all of them. What the hell are you doing, Kamala? You in acting class right now. Because it said that during her debate prep, they was doing, they had acting people in there teaching her how to be on stage. So she didn't look crazy. Because Kamala crazy as hell. You leave her to herself without a script. that bitch crazy as hell. So, hey, like, we gotta give her ass some goddamn, we gotta give her a script. We gotta tell her ass what to do. Because if she go off on her own, goddamn, it's gonna be hell for everybody. So they rigged that shit like it was nothing. But Trump, if you have another debate, he said he don't want to do another debate. Now, he said it's because if you win, like if you win a fight, the loser always wants a rematch. So Kamala asked for the rematch. And Trump's like, nah, I ain't gonna give you a rematch because, so the understood thing, or what most people are saying is, he don't want to give the rematch because she didn't articulate a policy the first debate. So people still, even so they came out of debate and they say she won, Trump won on policy and everything else, and he won with independent voters. So if he did that, then there's really no need for him to go back to the well. But then the Democrats are saying, well, he's scared because Kamala whipped his ass and he doesn't want to get back up there with Kamala because she handed him such an ass whooping and blah, 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 and all this and that. And so, I'm between. I think he probably should get back up there and stick to the script and smash her on everything she's done. Don't let her get you rattled with the damn insults. Just let it bounce off, boom, or insult her back in a funny way, make a joke, and then stay on topic. Because right after that, Trump made some better news. He said he was announcing no tax on overtime because she's trying to steal all of his policies. So he got to keep coming up with new stuff, right? So right after the debate, the next policy he dropped, bam, no tax on overtime. Like, nigga, what? I know it's a lot of people that's working like, God damn, what, nigga? No tax on overtime? No tax on overtime, nigga? I get to keep all of my overtime? Now, how long do you think it's going to take Kamala to steal that one? Because she already stole the no tax on tips, which was a good idea. How long do you think it's going to take for Kamala, the chameleon, to steal the no tax on overtime? I think by next Monday. I think by next Monday, she gonna have that one in her bag too. Because what her plan is that if she can say all the stuff that people wants, what Trump is saying, she's a more desirable candidate than Trump is. People don't like Trump. She's more likable, but she's not. But she believes she's more likable, and if she can give the same plans that Trump is giving, then people will vote for her. So she can just steal all this shit because most Democratic people don't listen to Trump anyway. So they won't know that he came up with it. So they don't listen to, they don't, you know, they think they gonna die or melt. They gonna melt if they listen to an alternative opinion, a Republican opinion. So they won't know that Trump came up with the shit, and they get to steal it. And boom. That's my policy. Wait a minute, your policy? My policy. Me, you, me, you. Like, nigga, wait a minute. Trump is like, goddamn, so he got to keep coming up with shit out of his, he got to keep pulling shit out of his back pocket to keep that bitch Kamala out of his, she always digging in his back pocket. Like, bitch, get your ass out my pocket, bitch. She in his pocket. What was that in Malcolm X? When they was gonna kill Malcolm and they tried to distract the crowd, get your hands out my pocket. That's Trump. Trump is that nigga from Malcolm X. Kamala's in his hand. What you put in there next, Trump? Let me see. What? What was I doing? Oh, I wasn't doing nothing. What? I didn't do anything. So, hold on a second, yo. Yeah, she's the great robber baron. So Trump got to deal with her in his pocket this whole goddamn time. But I'd be like, Kamala, why you back there? Feel my booty. Give me a little booty massage, Kamala. I need, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been kicking me in the ass for so goddamn long. Give me a little booty massage, Kamala, while you got your hand back there down my ass, down my... Appreciate you, girl. But she says she's gonna bring an opportunity economy, y'all. An opportunity economy. What the hell is an opportunity economy? Can somebody put can you put that in there for me? If you know what it is, if you speak Kamalian, if you got the Rosetta Stone to the Kamalian salad, the Kamalian word salad, please put it in there for me. What she mean by an opportunity economy? The economy itself is opportunistic. It's capitalism. Capitalism by itself is opportunistic. If you take advantage of it, if you work your ass off, if you're creative, ingenuitive, if you're diligent, you don't sit on your ass, you don't expect things from other people, you don't expect handouts from other people, it's an absolute opportunity economy. What is she talking about? I want to create an opportunity economy because, you know, let me tell you, I grew up in the middle class, you know. I'm a middle classer, and, you know, we had opportunities because if we didn't have opportunities, we couldn't be a middle class. And, you know, that's what the middle class means to me. It means an opportunity for all, because this is what the foundation of America was built on, opportunity for all. So if you have opportunity, I have opportunity. As a middle classer. She's like, the fuck this bitch just say? Like, does anybody speak Kamalian in the audience? Is there a Kamalian speaker? Please, you raise your hand. So we can decipher what this bitch talking about. An opportunity, Kamala. An opportunity economy. Girl, shut your ass up. And she will say this shit with the straightest face too. Knowing she on some bullshit. An opportunity, you just took two words and threw them together. Opportunity and economy. These two words sound good, huh? Shit, let me put them together and see what happens. Opportunity, economy. Oh, shit. They kind of fit. What you think? Opportunity, economy. What you think about them two words? They work, huh? Like, they don't mean shit, Kamalian. Can you tell us what the policy actually is? It's one of opportunity. So, Oh, then the other thing, this is funny as hell. Joe Biden, I think, because Trump was on stage, Trump said he hates her. He looked at her, he said he hates her. She didn't like that. Go back and look at her face when Trump said Joe Biden hates her. He goes, he really hates her. Her face was like, oh, motherfucker. She was like, motherfucking bitch. She was like, because she know that's true. So the next day, why Trump throwing the Biden throwing the Trump hat? Biden popped on the Trump hat at he was at some little get together or whatever it was, some political something in a store or whatever. It was supposed to be a lot of MAGA people around, and they had the hats out there. And he got into a little conversation with a MAGA dude about why the MAGA dude don't trust the government and Democrats and stuff like that. And then he handed him a hat, and that motherfucker put that shit on. Biden put the hat on, was like, straight for the picture shot. Hey, take a picture, baby. I think he don't like her ass. I don't think he like her because first of all, they said they tried to clean it up and said it was an attempt to show unity. He's trying to unify. He's trying to hand out an olive branch to the MAGA community. I know he said they're pieces of shit. I know he said they're stupid. They're going to destroy America. But, let bygones be bygones. Why not? He's almost out of here. He's almost dead. So they said this nigga was trying to unify the MAGA and the Democrats. the bitchocrats. But then the other reports came out right after that to explain why he may have had the hat on. It said that, excuse me, there were reports that the post that he came out with, when he pulled out of the race, it didn't come from Trump. It came from the people who run, not Trump, but Biden. It didn't come from Biden. It came from the people who run his, the zillennials, the super left-wing progressive cats who run his Twitter account. Obeezy, your boy Obeezy, and Pelosi got them to preemptive strike on Biden. So he couldn't say no after that. They basically got him, they got some of the kids, the interns or whoever, to tweet that Biden was dropping out. And so then he couldn't pull out after that. He had to go along with it. Because then after they did it, they went to him and said, if you go and say, I'm not the one who wrote that, we're going to 25th Amendment your ass. So this is the rumor. Allegedly, that's what happened. He didn't pull out of the race. They pulled out of the race for this nigga and then went and told him if he went and told that they was going to 25th Amendment his ass. Hey, them bitches is gangster. God damn. The bitchocrats. The demma bitches or the bitchocrats, whatever you want to call them. Hey, god damn. They is gangster, man. That's gangster. And Trump, Biden hate them right now. He said he ain't talked to Pelosi or Kamala or none of them. Up until that day, up until the RNC. He hadn't talked to, I don't think he didn't talk to her at the RNC. Because he went the first day. She didn't come to the last day. He ain't talked to her ass at all. Because he hate that, like Trump said, he hates her. So, I believe it. Moving along. Next story is the New York Times. Who's been around a long time, owned by Khazarians. New York Times is owned by Khazarians. They say one of the biggest threats to American politics may be its founding document. Did I say the RNC? I meant the DNC. Sorry. I said the RNC. But the New York Times says the biggest threat to American politics is its founding document, the Constitution, in case we're wondering what that is. It's Constitution. They said the biggest threat to America is the Constitution. You said Kamala speaks chameleon? That's exactly what she does. But does anybody speak that but her? That girl, oh man. You know what? I don't even think she want to be president. I think they moved her into it and told her they would give her this and give her that. And boom, boom, boom. If you got into position, you wouldn't have to do much. We'll tell you what to do. We're going to hold your hand the whole way, blah, blah, blah. I don't think she wants to do it. Because if you look at her, she doesn't look like a person who really wants to be president. She doesn't look like that. So that's just my take on it. But the New York Times says we need to get rid of the Constitution, y'all. No more constitutional rights. Then America would be free. Shit, that's all. That's the only thing that's standing in the way. Is your constitutional rights. If we remove your constitutional rights, then if we take, we take the shackles off of you, because the constitutional rights are just shackles. If we take them off, then you're free. And just so you know, you don't have constitutional rights. You have constitutionally protected rights. You have what they call God-given rights. Well, we can say God because you're God. We'll take that. We'll use their take because you are God. So you have God-given rights. And then the Constitution protects those rights. They don't give you rights, in case people, and y'all didn't understand that. Yeah, the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. So that's the Bill of Rights. But the Constitution itself is the founding document of America. And they said, it's too much of a roadblock. We need to get that bitch out of here. Goddamn, we can't do shit to these niggas. They got the First Amendment. They got the Second Amendment. They got the Fourth Amendment. Shit, they got the Fifth Amendment. They got the Sixth Amendment. Shit, we can't do a goddamn thing. We can't do shit. Goddamn, man. We were trying to go around here. But, yeah. So, then, this is the anti-free speech, anti-constitution movement that they have to do in order to bring in the one world government. Again, America, biggest country, most powerful country, and the freest. See, that's a big problem. They've been working on this shit for years. Since the Rothschilds, and early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. Really, Adam Weishaupt and all of them, Illuminati, all of that stuff. They've been working on this plan for a long goddamn time. And how do we get the Constitution, that document, how do we separate the people from that document? And if they do, that's the last thing they need to push us into a one world government where you will have a world constitution, where America will be on the same footing with all of the other countries in the world who have no constitutional rights. They only recognize certain things that people can do, only to patronize them and placate them. But really, they don't have any rights, because you see in Canada, excuse me, you see in Ireland, you see in UK, if you just say anything wrong against a trans person, they'll throw you in jail. If you misgender somebody, you mistweet. So they don't really have constitutional rights. They don't have rights over there. And they're trying to do this to America. And the New York Times is pushing it. The dude that said it, so really before that, Obama, he came out and he said he wants to amend the Constitution to get rid of free speech that weakens the prospect for a healthy democracy. This is Obeezy. Gay Rock. This is your boy Gay Rock. He says he wants to amend the Constitution to get rid of free speech that weakens the prospect for a healthy democracy. What free speech weakens the prospect for a healthy democracy? Speech that don't agree with what I say. If it's speech that don't agree with what I say, it ain't, hey, nigga, that ain't good to a healthy democracy, nigga. I tell you what to think, and you say, okay. I don't want to hear no shit, no lip, nigga, about what that mean and what this mean and what's in it for me and all. I don't want to hear that shit. You do and think what I tell you to think. You understand? Don't be pulling around, don't coming up with no damn I'm free bullshit. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that, nigga. Where you think you at, nigga? Old America? You think you in old America, huh? Nigga, you better get the hell out of here. Ain't no old America around here, nigga. This is New World Order, boy. We in one world government. The dude who actually wrote the article was a Harvard constitutional, no, not the dude, but Barack Obama. I'm sorry, Barack Obama is a constitutional law professor, who's saying he needs to get rid of free speech. Barack Obama is a Harvard constitutional law professor telling you you don't need free speech. What in the entire hell? You don't need free speech? This nigga's lost his crack ass mind. So, how about this, Obama? We take away your free speech. Since you so willing to give it up, won't you shut the fuck up? I'm for that. Hey, everybody raise your hand if you want Barack Obama to shut the fuck up. Hey, Barack Obama, we starting this campaign. Barack Obama, shut the fuck up. How about that? Since you want to shut everybody else up, we gonna start with you. Won't you be the example? Didn't Michael say start with the man in the mirror? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Hey, won't you be the example, Gay Rock Obeezy? And you shut the fuck up first. Maybe we'll all follow. Maybe we won't, but maybe we will. You never know. Talking about take away free speech. That nigga lost his damn mind. Now, speaking of the war on free speech, I was talking about they don't have rights in other countries. Brazilian parents, this is crazy. Remember, they just took away Twitter in Brazil because Elon wouldn't censor political people who they disagreed with in Brazil. They wouldn't censor their speech. So they killed Twitter in Brazil. So this is another thing that came out in Brazil. Brazilian parents were told by the court, this is crazy, they can't name their baby after a historical figure over bullying fears. This is the headline. So here's the story. A Brazilian couple was told by a court that they couldn't name their newborn after an ancient king over fears the child could face bullying. Danilo Primolia and his wife, Catarina, from Belo Horizonte, planned to name their son P.A. That's P-I-Y-E with an accent over the E. So P.A. after the first, what they say, black Egyptian pharaoh. So P.A. was supposed to be an Egyptian or Kemetan who started the 25th dynasty in Kemet. And he was a Kushite, basically really a super dark-skinned pharaoh from Sudan. And so they call him the first black pharaoh, which is bullshit. Every goddamn Kemet from the start up until Ptolemy, bitch ass, was melanated. They was African. So up until Ptolemy came in there, and then that's when you start getting all the light-skinned Ptolemaic cats who became pharaohs. But they wanted to name him after that first Kushite pharaoh because people in Brazil are descendants of Africans, right? So the more Africans during the slave trade was dropped off, the most Africans were dropped off in the Caribbean, right? So then there's the stories. But authorities, this is funny now, authorities thought the child would be subjected to bullying in the future as the name pronunciation is similar to that of a Portuguese word for a ballet dance step. The name is spelled differently in Portuguese on paper, and it's plie. So anybody know a plie in ballet is when they go like this, when they bow out and they do that, right? That's called a plie, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Now, I may be wrong, but I'm 90% sure. A plie is when they do when they do the dip. They do the dip thing, like the ladies have their feet together, and then one knee will come up, and one knee will go out, and they dip down like that, and so that's called a plie, right? So the government of Brazil said you can't name your baby that because he might get bullied. Who in the fuck is the government to tell you can't name your child something who you want to name your child because it sounds like a name that he probably gonna get bullied for? That's crazy. Brazil, if I'm in Brazil, nigga, I'm figuring a way to get the fuck out right now. Nigga, I am stacking chips. I'm applying for visas. I am leaving Brazil as ASAP. You can't name your baby what the hell you want to name the baby because he might get bullied because it sounds like a ballet dance move? What the... Now, America, do you see how special you have it? I've been trying to tell y'all, man, melanated people, you've been sleeping on. I know because America's done some messed up shit, and it was started on bullshit. No, yes, absolutely, I'm with you all day. But it's the only place you got, and it's the freest place in America right now. And if this shit fall, it's gonna be way worse. See, you need to go to other countries to see how much rights they don't have. How many rights they don't have in order to appreciate the shit you got right now. And yeah, you can curse the government and all that. Yeah, let's curse the government. Let's figure out a way to change that bitch. But let's keep America. Let's keep this bitch, because if you lose free speech and the Constitution, this shit is going to hell. If they able to move us into a one world government, that's a wrap, y'all, for everybody. So, goddamn, Brazil, that is crazy as hell. You know, again, the dynasty only became Caucasoid looking in the Kemet when Ptolemy jumped his bitch ass in there. But they've been melanated from the jump. Kemet is Africa, goddammit. I love how they try to act like Egypt is some spiritual Narnia land that you try to travel through when you go through the goddamn wardrobe in somebody's closet, and it ain't attached to Africa. They be like, nigga, you been to Egypt? You mean Africa? No, Egypt. You mean Africa? No, nigga, I'm talking about Egypt. You ain't been, nigga. It's a whole goddamn crazy, beautiful place called Egypt. Somewhere on the, you gotta travel through a wormhole. Then, you gotta wait for a little bus. After you get off the wormhole, you gotta wait for a bus. The bus gonna come pick you up. It's gonna take you to another wormhole. Then you travel through that. It's gonna drop you right off in front of the pyramids. And goddamn, nigga, that place is off the chain. Like, wait a minute. In Africa. I know, in Africa, I said Egypt. like, nigga, I thought Egypt not in Africa? Nah, boy, why you keep trying to confuse Egypt and Africa? Them two different things. Two different names. Like, nigga, I think you ain't, I think it is in Africa. I'm just saying, I think it's in Africa. But, so, moving along. That was crazy to me. Brazil, y'all need to flee. Y'all need to do something. You can fight for a constitution that has free speech, Brazil. It's going to be hard for y'all, but the people, y'all need to stand up. This is what I think. Like, either they're going to get their one world order, or the freedom principles, the free principles that America was built on is going to actually really filter out into the rest of the world. And they're going to start demanding those same things, or the same things that America has been so comfortable with that they have grown apathetic to over the last few years. And so you better get back in the game, because I'm telling you right now, they take Amendment 1 from you, free speech, that's a wrap. So moving along, the Haitian immigrants, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. That's what Trump said. Trump said the Haitian immigrants, they're eating dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. Oh, nigga, that was hilarious. No, that was funny as shit. They're eating dogs. They're eating our cats and pets. Nigga, they fact-checked that nigga in 2.2 seconds. No, that's not true. That's not true, Mr. Trump. That's not true. No one's been able to verify that. No government official from Springfield, Ohio has been able to verify that that's that's anything true. You look at it, it's everywhere. They're eating the pets. So hey, that has sparked the whole thing in itself. The eating the pets thing, that has sparked some shit that's going out of control. But where did all this shit come from? So Biden, in the last few years, Biden has flew in, I think it's like 150 to 300,000, because there's different reports, but it's a minimum. Kamala said 150,000. That's why I say it's, and then the other report said it's actually 300,000. So we don't believe Kamala, because Kamala ain't gonna tell you the goddamn truth. So Kamala says 150,000, probably more, and the other report said it's like 300,000 Haitians. They flew them in and gave them, protected status. They gave them protected status. So, and then they dispersed them, like basically same thing they doing at the border, but just did it for the Haitians, and they dispersed them to these small little towns throughout America. Now, has anybody ever watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers or an Alien Invasion movie at any point in time? Has anybody ever watched that? And you've seen, we got Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and we got They Came, and we got a whole bunch of whole stuff. Have you ever seen They Live with Rowdy Piper? There was one where the aliens looked like these giant starfish. Somebody look this movie up. This is like the 80s, I think, or the early 90s, but it was these aliens, they were like starfish, and they would attach to your back, and they had like these tentacles that would come out and boom, and attach to your nervous system. They would go into your back and your spine and attach to your nervous system and control you through the starfish alien thing they had on the back. Man, please somebody find that movie. The movie's off the chain too. It's a damn good movie. But so that was another alien invasion movie. But what happens usually in the alien invasion movies? How do the aliens take over? Do they go to the big city first and they just smash on New York and Los Angeles and Miami? And do they do that? Or do they go to the small little towns first and take over these little towns? Boom, boom, boom. Just take over this town, then take over that next town. You take over this town, you take over that town. Boom, 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 boom. Then by the time you know it, you're like, God damn. And then once they have an army big enough, that's right, they go to the small towns first. And then when they build up a big enough army in the small towns, then they flood the major cities. And then you're taking over. So then they said, so 20,000 of those Haitians were placed in Springfield, Ohio. And some in other places in Ohio, like Canton, Ohio, and what was the I forgot what the dude who was walking around, there was the Haitian walking around with the duck that nigga was walking down the street with a big ass duck. Look here, Haitian nigga, you can't just be walking around the street with ducks, my nigga. God damn. You can't just be walking down the street with Donald Duck, my nigga, with Daffy Duck in your hand. Like, nigga, anybody got a knife? Huh? A hatchet or something? And some charcoal? This nigga, but that wasn't Springfield. That was another town. If they brought 20,000 people into a town of 60,000 people, that is going to upset the apple cart for sure. And that town was not like, it wasn't like a well-to-do town. It was a lot of people had left the town. It was supposed to be like an industry town or whatever. And then industry had stopped for a while. So a lot of people moved out of it. But then some businesses started moving back in. And there actually weren't enough workers to fill a lot of the businesses. So the business people are like, yeah, this is great. We got some Haitian niggas over here. These niggas is greater than any goddamn nigga. I mean, any goddamn American black person who's ever worked for me. You know, I wish all of my American black people would work just like the Haitians. You know, they come on time. They don't talk any mess. They just, they want to learn. They want to, So that's basically kind of what he said. He's like, they came in and he's like, I wish all my other, my other workers, he wanted to say all my other niggas. I wish all the other niggas who work with me was like this. So the working people, the businesses love it, but they're coming into the town, fucking up the town, just fucking up shit, leaving trash, because living like they used to live in Haiti. And see, that's the problem. You can't come here and bring your culture here. That's why they make your ass assimilate. And you got to learn the culture. You got to learn the language. You got to learn how things work, the system of how things work. Because the Biden administration gave them money. They gave them the cards with the money on it. They call them what did they call them? The magic money card. That's what the Haitians call the card that they got to buy shit with. They call it the magic money card. So a dude who I think his name is Timothy Oliveria or something like that. He has like 6 million subscribers. He went to the town and stayed for like a week and talked to everybody because it went viral because a brother was at a city council meeting and he said, that's the brother who said, they cutting the heads off the ducks at the park. The brother who was dressed in red, the red hoodie and the red hat. So he went down there and he found that guy and they went around the town talking to Haitian people, asking them if they eat cats, asking them if they cutting off the ducks and shit. So he went around asking everybody. So, of course, the Haitians said no. But the people living in the town, they were like, yeah, we done kind of seen, we saw a dude, 3 people said they saw a dude in a van rolling around town collecting cats. He had they opened up the van, he had a bunch of cats in the van. 3 people said they saw that. Now, do we know that that's happening? I don't know. That's what they said. And so that's adding, to the cat thing. But the cat thing didn't even come from Springfield. There was another lady. She wasn't even Haitian. She was American. And she had eaten a cat. And goddamn, what the hell? Girl, this ain't China. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? This ain't this ain't Panda Express, nigga Express. You can't be eating cats. This is she got some orange cat, some orange cat, some with the orange sauce. She just cut up a cat. She had the hair of the cat still on her mouth. That's just, oh goddamn. So they saw that she looked Haitian, or she looked like she could be from Haiti, and they equated, and they put the two together and said the Haitians are eating the cats. Now, no one has seen a person eat a cat, but the reports are, yes, because there are a lot less cats and ducks in town, is what they said. And there's a van. This is what the people said, not me. They said the people in Springfield said that they saw a van going around with a lot of cats in it. Now, what that mean? I don't know. A dude, a brother collecting cats. So Trump said that shit and it went viral. Everybody is in Springfield now. You got 50 million reporters. Niggas harassing the Haitians. Niggas going up to the Haitians. Everybody going up to Haitians, asking, "Do you eat cats?" "Oh no, I don't. I don't understand. Do you eat cats? Meow, meow meat. Meow 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 meow. Do you?" They're like, "No, me no, me no, me no." But even if they're not eating the cats, it brought light on the other situation was going on, that these niggas are getting the super free ride down there. The landlords are kicking people out of their houses to put Haitians in. And the people they kick out of houses are homeless now. They're kicking American citizens out of their house because the Haitians have the magic money card and they can pay rent. They up in the rent. They go and fix it up a little bit. Then they start charging the Haitians more rent. And they putting like 10, 12 people in a building, which means they're violating the housing code, because you can't put that many people in a house because it's a fire code. But the landlords are they're violating the fire code because they're getting all this damn money from the Haitians that America is giving them. They get driver's licenses without having to pass the driver's test. The dude in the video, he went to the DMV. He was like, he said, "What type of test?" He said, "Have the Haitians passed the driver's test to get their driver's license?" And they was like, "I can't talk. I can't say nothing on camera." That nigga wouldn't talk on camera. Get that camera out of my face. So, which means yes, the Haitians are getting driver's licenses without having to pass driver's tests. And that's why they running into shit. They killed the little girl, one of the Haitians, about a year ago. A Haitian ran into had an accident and killed the little girl. Didn't have no driver's license, didn't know how to drive. They're running into other cars, turning cars over. They're running into trash cans and buildings and shit. So this is what I mean. This is why you have to go through a process to come over here, because you can't come over here and just upset the people who are living over here, who've been paying their whole lives to live here. That shit ain't fake news. That motherfucker was there for a whole week. It's on camera. Go look up Timothy Oliveria. He got all the Haitians on camera. They went to the DMV. They went to the social services building. The Haitians line was out the fucking door. And there was one brother in there. They asked the brother, "Has it been harder to get services since you've been here?" He was like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "You can't come in here now. It's all Haitians." They asked the security guard, what's the ratio of Haitians to American citizens that are coming in here? He said it's about 10 to 1. 10 Haitians to every 1 American that comes in there to get help. So that's what's really going on. They're coming and they're snatching up the resources of America, and they're slowly changing America into this one world government that the WEF and all the rest of these cats really want. See, this is how they're doing it. Through these non-governmental organizations, the government pays these organizations, these nonprofits, to place all of these immigrants and illegal immigrants. And so just stash them in little small towns that you don't hear about until the town is overrun and taken over. So And it's fucked up because they're invading, like, America, like, it was funny. First of all, did you see the memes, though? Did you see the memes of Trump with the cats? Trump saving the cats and the ducks from the Haitians? That shit was hilarious. Hey, Trump running down the street with the cat and the duck in his hand. And there's a bunch of Haitians running behind him. They look like zombies and shit. All right, that shit is hilarious. Oh my God. Niggas is funny as hell. But research on Haitians eating cats before the story broke shows that Haitians eat cats as a delicacy over in Haiti. When you look it up, there were stories way before this story came out that talked about a lot of other, when you go look up Haitians eating cats and you do it before August, like you put in the story, you say, well, don't give me any story after August 2024. A bunch of stories came out about cat, you know, they don't do it a lot, but it's considered it was considered a delicacy. So, hey, who knows? I ain't from Haiti. I don't know. I'm just saying what I've seen and reporting it. But Trump with the goddamn cat meme, saving the cats and the ducks. That shit is hilarious. But there's again, these Caucasian people, they're being invaded. And they don't like it. These little small, you know, Caucasian hubs that they thought they was protected. They were little Caucasian oases that they had away from all the black people, the melanated people in America, all the Hispanic people, all the brown people, all the melanated people, all the Asian people. It's all Caucasian, and they're being invaded, and they're like, fuck. They don't know what to do. Because the KKK or the neo-Nazi cats in Springfield, they started marching. They done bought the damn KKK out in Springfield to fight against the Haitians. So the story goes, Blood Tribe, an armed neo-Nazi group led by a former U.S. Marine, marched in Springfield waving swastika flags and yelling racist slogans. And then this is a quote from him. I've come to bring a word of warning. One of the group leaders, excuse me, one of the group leaders, another former Marine, told the town forum this month, stop what you're doing before it's too late. Crime and slavery will crime and savagery will only increase with every Haitian you bring in. Crime and savagery. The Haitians are savages. It's gonna bring in savagery. It's like, you seen Barbecue? That guy over in Haiti, he burns people and eat them. It's coming here. So now these niggas are scared because they seen the Haitian nigga Barbecue, who wasn't really eating people. That was a story from years ago with that dude who was eating people. Then it says, another neo-Nazi outfit in Ohio, Active Club, they call it Active Club, wrote on its Telegram social media channel recently, thousands of Haitians and West African invaders currently being housed in Ohio all have a tribe. Here's ours. It's our tribe. We're gonna fuck your tribe up, motherfucker. You're black and African, you're Haitian fucking tribes. We're the true tribes. It came from us. Like, wait a minute. You the real tribe? Just, who gives a fuck, motherfucker? We're the tribe now. We're the real tribe. And our tribe is gonna fuck up your tribe. Okay. But the question has to be asked, is this America's karma? Is this America's karma? See, gotta ask that question, because America has tried to institute 5 different coups in Haiti over the last, I forgot how many years it was. I think over the last 100 years, maybe. Could be more than that. Could be less than that. But 5 different coups America has tried to institute in Haiti, disrupting their whole government all the times. Money that's supposed to be given to the Haitians, they put Bill and Hillary Foundation in charge of it, and Bill and Hillary stole the money. It's a lot of resources over in Haiti that they want to go and get. So they've been trying to destabilize Haitian governments for a long time. America has. So is this the karma of America? Is the people who were doing the destabilization, is this their way of staving off their karma by letting Haitians and other people from other countries whose countries they've destabilized, like Venezuela, they destabilized Venezuela too, consciously. They did it on purpose because they wanted the oil in Venezuela. So they purposely tried to destroy the government and society over in Venezuela so that they can get the oil. Even Trump was like, we're going to Venezuela to get the oil. This is what Trump said. We're going after the oil. So even Trump said that shit. He wanted to go to Venezuela to get the oil. So is this America's karma? So I don't really have a problem with the Haitians coming over here and getting and doing it. Even the Venezuelans, you got to say it's karma. But you're supposed to do this shit in the right way. Yo, Christopher Clark, thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate you. Anybody else who want to show me some love, since there is no super chat button? You want to donate to the Chicken Shawarma Fund? It's still on and popping. You can hit me on the Cash App. Appreciate you guys for that. That's Real Nagas, the number 9. Real Nagas, the number 9. On the Cash App side of the game. Appreciate you guys for the support. But what we're seeing now could be, the destabilization of America. It's karma. That's its karma coming back on it. So, you can be mad on one end, but this is the fucked up thing. The poor people in America didn't destabilize those other governments. See, this is the messed up part. The rich government people, they destabilize these governments, and then to stave off their karma, they let all these other people into the damn country and then let them into the poor hoods, with which they then take over the society in those towns by giving them a leg up with government assistance and all this and that type of stuff. Magic money cards that we don't get. American citizens getting kicked out of their homes where they have to live in the streets so they can give it to Haitians and Venezuelans. So even if it's America karma, it's still fucked up. And I'm still saying, bring your ass in here the right way. You can come in here, but do it the right way so that you're not messing up and bringing your bullshit into America. So moving on. Trump. My light. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, so Trump pledges to launch a federal task force to liberate Aurora from the Trinidad, the Venezuelan gangs. Yo, Lisa Maddox, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for the Chicken Shawarma donation fund. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. So he says he's going to start a federal task force to liberate Aurora, Colorado from the Venezuelan gangs. Trump to the rescue, y'all. He's Trumpity Trump to the rescue. Damn it. So here it goes. Former President Donald Trump announced Friday that if elected, he will liberate Aurora by that's his quote in quotes, liberate Aurora by establishing a federal task force aimed at crushing foreign gangs. And it says Trinidad, A ruthless Venezuelan prison gang has reportedly overrun several apartment buildings in the Colorado City, since expanding its reach in the U.S. amid the historic surge in illegal immigration under the Harris-Biden administration. In a small, So that's what Trump is trying to do, because Trump is gonna come to the rescue and save Aurora. Now, is he gonna do that for all of them? I think he is. I think he wants to deport all these niggas. Trump wants to deport more people than Obama did at this point. He said he's gonna deport more people than Obama, and they call Obama the deporter in chief. So, hey, you let Trump get in office. This is why they don't want Trump in office, because again, this is their voter base. They said 11,000 non-citizen, over 11,000 people in Nevada, Arizona, not Nevada. 11,000 non-citizen people registered to vote. Over 11,000 non-citizens registered to vote in Arizona. This is what they want. They want to let all these people in so that they have the voting block, Democratic voting block, forever. This is what they want. Vanessa K, appreciate you. Saw me on Black Magic. Thank you, girl. Shout out to Bro Rich again. Had a good time on Black Magic, Bro Rich. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. So this is supposedly what Trump wants to do. Now, again, this is why they don't want him in office. They're trying to take him out. This is why I don't think they're gonna let him be president. We're in a different time now where stuff that they usually plan, it don't work out the way they planned it. So there's a good chance that their plans don't work and Trump does get in office. But if Trump gets in office, he's gonna change. He's not gonna let them do any of this stuff. They're gonna change everything. So this is why I'm saying you may see, oh, we don't know when the votes come in, or we don't have the vote count yet. The vote count is gonna take like a week. And then that's going to give them time to manipulate the votes and all that type of shit. Allegedly. We don't know this, but allegedly, bitch too. But they, this is one of the things that they could do. Or, they could try, whoever tried to take him out before, they may try it again. There's a whole lot of things they could do. But they cannot let him be president. Because in a small town in Pennsylvania, the illegal immigrants are trying to take over a Civil War orphanage that's now used as a veteran school, a veterans children's school. So school for veteran children, for children of veterans. So they're trying to take it out. It's an old Civil War building. Like, it's been around since the 1800s. It's old as shit. It's like a landmark. And so they're trying to bring them in to take that over. And this is the little small town in Pennsylvania. They're completely Caucasian. I mean, they are Caucasian. That Springfield town is mixed. They melanated. They got a lot of different people, but they got a lot of redneck Caucasians in Springfield for sure. They got a lot of they interviewed this dude. He interviewed one redneck dude. He was racist. He said he don't give a shit if all the Haitians move in. He ain't moving out nowhere. He was cursing out one of the Haitians next door to him. I mean, he was racist as fuck. He had to, I don't give a goddamn what they're gonna do. I'm gonna be in my house until I'm gonna be the last white person on this goddamn street. I don't give a goddamn. That was him. I don't give a goddamn. So, but this town in Pennsylvania is whiter than that. This is like, they are like middle class, upper class Caucasian. See, the people in Springfield are like lower class, lower upper class, like middle class, sorry, lower middle class. And so, but these people are upper middle class, and they like, we don't want it. They did a whole campaign to kick these illegal immigrants out. Said, we can't vet them, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do that. So again, this is how they take over the invasion. You've seen the invasion movies. So That's how they get down. And the last thing I got some good news on the immigration side. Gavin Bitcham, he vetoed the bill that was going to give the illegal immigrants $150,000 per immigrant to buy homes. He vetoed it. So they tried to give him $150,000. He wanted to pass it, but after it got so much publicity, it went viral that nigga was like, can't do it. Can't do it this time. I can't. I want to do it, but I can't do it because he running for president in 2008. So all of these decisions that he makes right now, he's going to have to start piling these up. These going to all come back on him. So that was a win for the people of California. Thank God. Because, man, if they had given people $150,000 goddamn dollars to $150,000 to buy houses, you would have, oh boy, and they just quashed the bill. They just shut down the bill to give melanated people reparations in California. Oh boy, you was about to see some shit in California. That nigga knew what was popping. He's like, I ain't no way in hell I could tell these niggas no to reparations and then turn around and give $150,000 to these goddamn illegal immigrants. Ain't no way I could do that. So he knew what was popping. No way in hell he could do that shit. So shout out to Gavin Newsom. One of my few shout outs to Gavin Newsom. You didn't do it because you wanted to. You did it because you had to. So moving along, the WEF, World Economic Forum, they just admitted that the Pandeezy, and I got to say allegedly in here, but it's written. They wrote it down. It's on their website. So, but you know how I got to do because of how YouTube be treating. So allegedly, but you go look on their website. They admitted that the Pandeezy was a test of the public's obedience to the New World Order, or what they call social responsibility. Now, do you understand this one world government, this New World Order, this global, what they changed to globalism? It's on and popping. It's coming like they're trying to bring it in like a truck, like a train, but it's stalling. It's cutting out. The engine ain't working right. Nigga, the wheel is falling off the track. It's not a smooth ride for the train because we can derail it. It's not happening for them the way the plans used to happen for them. And that's because we're in this new age. I've talked about time and time again. You know, how a lot of you guys know me when I did the Great Conjunction video. We're in the Great Conjunction. We're in an air age now. It was a reset. And a lot of people caught hold of that energy right before it came in because they had been using it for years and years and years for themselves. But at this time in 2020, the universe brought that information around to us. I put it out there and 200,000 views. It got on my channel. People clipped it and showed it to everybody else. So it got a lot of views. And then a lot of people started doing their own rituals, putting out into the universe what they wanted out of this great conjunction, this great reset. And it's showing because anything that they do now, they can't keep it a secret. Their plans be falling through. Like in the past, whoever tried to take out Trump, that would have went the way they planned it. In the past, that attempt on Trump would have went exactly how they planned it. But nope, or them trying to throw him in jail with all these allegations, these allegations, that would have worked. Nothing they doing is working. They ain't doing nothing they doing is working. But they said it was a test to the public's obedience to the New World Order, or what they call social responsibility. You were obedient. Everybody went in the house and didn't pay it any mind. Most people didn't. You had the few conscious, aware people, because I don't like to say awake, because when you wake up, you're not really aware of everything that's going on. So the conscious, aware people, we weren't fooled, but everybody else jumped on the train. Everybody else had their mask on, and everybody else was like, get away from me! Get away! 6 feet! It says 6 feet! You don't invade my space! Like, officer! He stepped 5 feet and he stepped within my 6 feet parameter! Please arrest him! Like, they was doing that shit. Niggas was crazy. Running to the goddamn store, buying up all the goddamn toilet paper and shit. Niggas fighting over toilet paper. What the fuck? That shit was working like, it was working like a charm. Niggas was going crazy. How dare you? You're a non-vaxxer. You're an asshole. Why should you put my life in jeopardy? Huh? Because you don't want to get it? I have to be in jeopardy. I have to die? Wait, didn't you get it? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I got it. You need to help stop the spread. So it doesn't matter if I get it. We all have to get it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask you something. If you get it, isn't it supposed to stop you from getting it? If you get the thingy thing, isn't that supposed to stop you from getting it? Stop with your fucking logic. We don't need to hear logical, and we don't need any of that. Logical arguments don't work here. We just need to know that you got it so that I feel comfortable. Like, okay. Well, I'm not going to take it, but how about I just stay away from your dumb, crazy ass? How about that? If I stay away from you, will that work? Because how about this? You stay away from me. And you stay away from me. How about that? People was tripping. That shit was working like gangbusters. People really went insane. And it was all a test. The WEF said it was all a test to see how obedient you were to the New World Order, what they call the Great Reset or whatever, or what they call social responsibility. Are you socially responsible? Do you care about the next person? Are you a selfish motherfucker? Because if you're a selfish motherfucker, we have a place for you. It's over there. It's called Out of Our Face and Away from Society. You can get out of here, you asshole. Right. Because I don't want to take an experimental cupcake juice. I don't want to. That you ain't tested on because I don't want to take that. I'm crazy. That's right, motherfucker. Thank you. You finally got it. I mean, something finally got through that thick fucking skull of yours. I just want you to just leave it. Just leave. Leave us all alone. Like, I don't think I'll do that. I don't think I'll do that. Do you remember on September, so moving along, still in with the crazy WEF, or they're behind this, on September 30th, which is what, next week or the week and a half? On September 30th through October the 3rd, the Center of Excellence for Poultry Science at the excuse me, again, so the Center for Excellence for Poultry Science at the University of Arkansas is hosting the International Avian Influenza. Is hosting the International Avian Influenza and One Health Emerging Issues Summit. That's a whole lot. That's a mouthful, ain't it? Let me say it again. So the Center of Excellence for Poultry Science at the University of Arkansas is hosting the International Avian Influenza and One Health Emerging Issues Summit. What the hell does all of that mean? They're trying to tell you that the bird, Fleazy, yeah, the bird They trying to tell you that this is probably going to be a thing pretty soon. And it's going to be an international problem. Huh. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar at all? Something that they, that's not supposed to be a problem for humans, but they're going all out, getting ready, because it's probably going to be detrimental to humans really soon. Well, how would you know that? First of all, why would you think that? And then how would you know that? I got some questions. Why would you think that something that usually is not supposed to be able to, that has a very low possibility and probability of affecting humans on a mass scale, why would you think all of a sudden that just flipped in nature and now it has a high probability of happening? Not just a possibility, but a high probability of happening. Why would you think that? Well, remember in October 2019, WEF, that's why I say this is like the WEF, the WEF, they held something called Event 201. You guys remember that? Event 201. That was in October of 2019. What was Event 201 about, everybody? If you recall, Event 201 was about a world pandeezy dealing with the CV-19. Now, they have videos of that up on their website, on their YouTube page. You can go look at it. Type in the search bar on YouTube, Event 201. It'll take you to the whole conference. You can watch all the videos. It's right there. And so they had a conference to prepare just in case, they didn't know it was going to happen at the time. They had no idea. No idea whatsoever that we was going to have to deal with this in just a few months. They didn't know. I know what y'all thinking. Y'all conspiracy Christians. Y'all conspiraligious. Just because they had a conference 3 months before they had a conference on a pandeezy, a world pandeezy, that dealt with CV-19, something that had never been a problem for humans ever. They had a conference on it 3 months before it actually hit society and shut down the world. Just because they had a conference on that for the first time in history, right before it happened, doesn't mean this is the same thing. Y'all got to get out y'all conspiracy stuff, man. Seriously, man. Y'all too conspiraligious. Y'all need to step back a little minute. Take a little breath. Woo-saw something. Rub your earlobes like Martin and Bad Boys 2. You need to step back. Everything in the conspiracy theory, y'all. That's what they want you to think. You a conspiracy theorist? This has nothing to do, that event has nothing to do with this event. And why were both of those right before held in election years? Why were both of those events held in election years? 2019 was 2020 was the election year, but it was held 3 months before the election year. They want to get you alarmed about some type of pandeezy, allegedly, so that when this election pops off, because again, I don't think they can let Trump be president. They may pull whatever card they have to stop this from popping off, and this may be one of the cards. So just letting y'all know, be aware of that. Because then also, we don't know what's going to happen, but you can go watch this. This is in the Daily Mail, this story, because I can't talk about it a lot. So I'm just going to give you the headline. The Wu-Tang Lab may have just released another deadly hit. The Wu-Tang Lab in China, they be releasing some banging hits, some deadly hits, some bangers. And apparently there's another deadly hit coming out of the Wu-Tang lab. a chart topper. They got a chart topper that allegedly may have come out of the Wu-Tang. We don't know. It's underground. You know, if anybody hears the underground Wu-Tang new hit, you let me know. But do this, go look at the story. There's supposedly a new a new Wu-Tang hit album coming out of the Wu-Tang lab in China. So you know, you make of that what you will. And that's all I can say on it. Moving along. This is a story I thought was pretty interesting. When Google was a Stanford school project, so Google first was not, before it became Google, it was a Stanford project of, what is it, Sergey Brin and, I forgot, what was the other guy's name? Sergey Brin, Larry Page. Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Those are the two founders of Google, right? So when Google, they were at Stanford, and they was just like this, it was like a PhD thing that they were doing. They were just doing the concept of it. Its creators, it was funded by the project that they were working on. Their school project in Stanford was funded by DARPA. A DARPA grant, which came from the CIA and NSA. So it was DARPA. DARPA was giving out a bunch of grants. And this was one of the grants they got, was for Google. I'm like, what? No, DARPA, if y'all don't know DARPA, that's the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. That's the that's the not military arm, because that's the military arm of the government, is military arm, but they come up with the secret weapons and all of that type of stuff. They're the weapons department. And they come up with teleportation and, you know what I'm saying, and electrical weapons and sound weapons and all kind of, you know, allegedly chemical weapons and all that type of stuff. That's DARPA. They develop excuse me, Defense Advanced Research. Remember, it's called Advanced Research, right? Advanced Research Project. So it was funded by the shadow government or the deep state from the very start, basically. Now, this is why you don't get any free speech on, you know, what we on right now. This is why you get no real free speech on here. And I got to do all of this coding and jumping over hoops and all this around to comply. So here's the story. Google's origin. DARPA's Digital Libraries Grant. This is what it was called that they got. DARPA's Digital Libraries Grant, which aimed to develop a system for searching the entire World Wide Web, indirectly contributed to the creation of Google. Stanford researchers, including Larry Page and Sergey Brin, worked on this project, which laid the foundation for Google's search algorithm. That's one of the things that DARPA funded. Now here we go. Google Earth. DARPA's funding supported the initial development of Keyhole, a geospatial visualization technology that was later acquired by Google and renamed Google Earth. Holy shit. Then it says Internet and GPS. DARPA's funding supported early research on the Internet and GPS, which have become essential infrastructure for modern communications and navigation. DARPA basically done funded this whole shit. All of these things, we think, all of it funded by DARPA. And then, you know, that has the CIA and NSA attached to it. These are the agencies that are attached to it, to DARPA. And then cyborgs. It said even about cyborgs. Also, DARPA has announced planned funding for military cyborgs which aim to integrate humans and machines to enhance military capabilities. Goddamn. So Google, all CIA and NSA, allegedly, it's, you know, we don't necessarily know for sure, but we do know they got that grant. That's a fact. You can search that fact that DARPA funded that research that became Google, right? So supposedly that's the only hand they had in it, right? And now you see why people who are trying to tell the truth are being shut down on these platforms. All of them go back to DARPA. So I just thought that was interesting, being that what just recently happened to me, I got suspended for like 3 weeks and defunded. You know, they can't, you know, they demonetized my channel. So appreciate you guys for hitting the super chat. I mean, the Cash App, because there is no more super chat in here. So again, it's been long assumed and hypothesized that Google has been run by the shadow government or the deep state. Now we know. Now we know. So moving along, in Skittle news, yep, it's a trap. That's right. Absolutely. What up, Miss Jeannie? It's always a trap. This is why you gotta watch what you say on here. You know, I go crazy a little bit. I was flying under the radar for a minute. And you know, I think what put me over top of the radar was when I did the they've always been shadow banning my channel, but they were lightly doing it. But I think that I got real focus on my channel when I did the UCC, the $14 quadrillion UCC lien that they had on America. It was the collateral or property that was listed in the lien was all Americans, all men with hands and feet. Everybody in America, you were the collateral, and that. So I did that. You can go back and watch that one if they haven't removed it. It was a few months ago. Ever since I did that, my channel had been getting attacked with bots and spams and trolls, and you know, they cut a lot of my the people who were watching. They had cut it like 700, not 700, like 7,000 had stopped watching in one day. I mean, crazy shit like that. Like 7,000 people that stopped, they just didn't watch in one day, which means they had been shadow banning. Yo, Toby Robinson, appreciate you. Said chicken shawarma. The kitten shawarma. Hey, he said kitten shawarma. Hey, that's hilarious. Kitten shawarma. Hey, I'm at the battle Trump. Trump trying to save the kittens. I'm at the battle Trump to get in there and get some of that kitten shawarma. That's hilarious, Toby Robinson. Thank you for the kitten shawarma donation. I appreciate you. But in Skittle news, that was pretty funny. So a Minnesota man was sentenced to 30 years for the shooting, you know, for pew-pewing and taking out a transformer woman. Basically a dude who thinks he was a woman, right? So the man took that person out. So it was a dude got 30 years for taking out a transformer, right? Conceptual Elixirs, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. And saw you on Black Magic on the show the other night, talking about shawarma. Bro, Rich was like, "What the hell is shawarma?" I put a whole lot of people on some shawarma. You don't know about shawarma? Hey, treat yourself. You better go look up chicken shawarma and yours wherever you are, and treat yourself. I'm trying to tell you. Now, everybody don't do shawarma the same, You know, I got Peter Cafe out here in Los Angeles. It's the best shawarma I've ever had, especially on Saturdays and Sundays. That's when you got to get it, because throughout the week they change chefs. So it's not always the same. But Saturday and Sunday, whoever they Saturday, Sunday chef is, goddamn, boy, you need a gold medal. But treat yourself if you don't know about shawarma. But, so back to the Skittle news. Oh, man, M. Benson. M. Benson, thank you for the shawarma, the kitten shawarma donation. Even though I don't eat kittens, we don't eat kittens, but that was just funny. The chicken shawarma donation, appreciate you. Appreciate you. But so here's the story. In Minneapolis, a Minnesota man has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for a 30 years prison term for taking out a transformer woman last year in Minneapolis. Demarian, I think it is Demarian Bible. I think his last name is Bible. Nigga, Christian as hell. This nigga's slave ancestors, because you know it's usually where you get your last name. They just said Bible. That's gonna be our last name when we got free. They just called themselves Bible. Since they was getting indoctrinated into Christianity. They said, fuck it. We just take the last name Bible. So Demarian Bible, 25, he's 25 years old, was found guilty of second degree M. I gotta watch my words on here, y'all. Second degree M in August and sentenced Wednesday. Minnesota Public Radio News reported. Bible admitted to fatally pew-pewing. Yo, Richard Burton, thank you, brother, for the chicken shawarma donation. Hitting that chicken shawarma donation button. I appreciate all my people. I'm going to damn sure make you proud and order me some shawarma right after this damn live stream. For sure. Appreciate you. So it says, Bible admitted, the dude admitted to fatally taking out the 38-year-old Savannah Ryan Williams on November 29th. Last year, I think. No, last year. So this is it. Bible told police he began. Now this is why. Now everybody's like, why did he? Is it phobia? Is it transformer phobia? Is it hate? Is it, why did he do it? Because, they'll say that there's a big increase in violence to that community, right? They'll tell you it's a big increase to violence to that community. People are being taken out, blah, blah, blah. But they won't tell you why there's an increase in the violence. So you said the Bible judged? Is that what you said? The Bible judged? So this is what came out of why Bible felt he had to do it. And then when you hear why, you be like, Now, you never should hurt anyone. I don't condone violence on anyone. As a matter of fact, when I teach people martial arts, the very first thing I teach them is don't ever hit anybody. Don't use it for offense. And even if you get hit, if you know martial arts, even if you get hit first, you should always walk away. This is the philosophy, because you can dismember somebody. If you know that you are skilled in fighting, like super skilled, and you actually have more of a duty to not fight than someone who does. So I don't believe in violence, especially gun violence. I'm not a gun person. However, you don't, when you hear the reason of what happened, I'll just say I'll just tell you why he did. So Bible told police he began to feel suspicious while engaged in a sex act with Williams. And then then pew-pewed them in the head. So basically, he was getting some dome from a Decepticon. He was getting domed up from a Decepticon who didn't tell him they were a Decepticon. He thought it was a woman. And then, midway through the act, he was like, hey, what the fuck? And that's all that nigga had a hey and what the fuck? And and it went all downhill from there. Goddamn. So, you don't condone any violence, but, no, like, when you go into his mind state, you're not necessarily, thrown off by his mind state. Let me just say, you don't necessarily wonder, hey, why did he, you kind of be like, like, because that to me is drape. That's drape to me. If they do that to a person and don't tell them that who they actually are, that's drape. You can't do that. That should be sexual assault towards the person who does that. Honestly, they should make that a crime. Because the person needs to go in fully conscious and aware with consent of what they're doing with that person. And if you don't give them consent, why is it not the same thing as you taking advantage of a man taking advantage of a girl when they drunk? Or something like, because they don't get the consent, right? Even though they'll say, well, the woman was drunk. She said, yeah, when she was drunk, whatever. No, she didn't. She wasn't in control of her faculty. She wasn't able to understand. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn. Hey, and the crying game music start playing and shit. Funny you said that. I just watched Ace Ventura about last week, about literally like 5 days ago. Fucking hilarious, still funny. You can't play it. You can't do that shit today. There's no way they can make that movie today. But god damn it, if the Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn. And when that nigga found out Finkel or Einhorn was Finkel, laces out, that nigga said, nigga ripped off his clothes. He put it in the trash can and burnt it. That nigga crawled up into the corner in the shower. Oh, nigga, Jim Carrey was hilarious. Oh my God, Jim Carrey, nigga, he was one of the funniest white motherfuckers, probably the funniest white cat that's ever been. Jesus Christ. Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn. Holy shit. But that's what that was. It was he had a Finkel Einhorn situation going on. And he looked down and was like, is this a... Hey! Motherfucker! That nigga lost this. That nigga probably went crazy for a minute. Hey, you know what? I would have pleaded temporary insanity. If I'm him, I would have pleaded temporary insanity. Because if you a dude, if you a straight male dude, you know you would lose your mind if that happened to you. At least for that time being. You would just lose your mind. Nigga, that should be gone. Nigga, you wouldn't. You're out. It's out of here. There's no more mind. Nigga, there's nothing left in there. You would lose it. Nigga. So I would claim temporary insanity. His lawyer messed up on that one. That would have been the defense I went into court with, Your Honor. When he found out this, him being a severely heterosexual male, and he assumed he was engaging in a consensual encounter with what he thought was a biological female. And when the knowledge came out, when it was revealed to my client that the person he was engaged with happened to not be a biological female. Thank you, Tress Burden. Appreciate you. Trey Burden. Tress or Trey Burden. Appreciate you for the cash app. But back to my client, Your Honor. When he understood that this was not a consensual encounter with a female, a biological female person, he lost it, Your Honor. And I'm going to say, as a heterosexual man myself, that I'm not totally away from that thought of being. I would have lost it myself, Your Honor. I mean, what heterosexual man could control himself when he found out? I'd be going in. I'm going in. I'm painting that picture like Picasso. There's no way you would not have been able to call my client temporarily insane after I got through with that damn picture. Because was it any dudes in the jury? Because every heterosexual dude should have understood that shit. They'd been like, every heterosexual dude on the jury should have been like, they should have been like, not saying you do it, but you do one of these, like, just saying. So moving along, still in Skittle news. Did y'all see this? Goddamn, this is hilarious. Did you guys see this? Man, oh my God. It was disgusting. It was more disgusting than anything. It was 90% disgusting, 10% hilarious, but the 10% hilarious was really hilarious. So, the North Illinois football team, did y'all see this last Saturday? The North Illinois football team beat Notre Dame. Like, oh shit, nigga, we beat Notre Dame? Damn, nigga, that's crazy. And the coach is a brother, right? I mean, wasn't expected to beat Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame ranked. So this is a small little school. They were expected to get their ass whooped by Notre Dame. And they came in there and they smacked the shit out of Notre Dame. And then, you know, they were so damn happy, right? Everybody's, oh, motherfucker, goddamn. So he's running to get off the field to get to his team, you know, to talk to his team and congratulate his team, give him a nice, you know, we won speech, nice post-game, way to go, guys, speech, like a man does. You instill this in your boys, your soldiers, that you just sent to war as a man. My boys fought for me. And I'm going to tell you, God damn it, I love you guys. But as he was running off the field, the camera was on him, just so happened somebody cut him off at the pass. Some big ass burly white dude, big ball. I mean, when I say big and burly, this nigga was huge. This motherfucker had to be at least 300 pounds. This nigga cut in front of him as he was running off the field and grabbed him and tried to kill. He was like, and the nigga was like, and he was trying to pull him in. That nigga was trying to do that shit. And the nigga was like, nigga, stop it. He was like, nigga, just give me a hug or something. What in the entire fuck, man? Come on, man. The world ain't ready for that shit. What are you doing? That nigga ran over there and tried to slap his man down, apparently, on the field. He was fighting it like a motherfucker because he knew what was going to come back. The world ain't ready for that. Them players probably ain't ready for that. Because that backlash would then come back on the football team that they're coached by somebody who loves the drink Fruitopia. He loves fruit. You remember that drink Fruitopia? He loves Fruitopia. He's a Fruitopia connoisseur. You know, they had a lot of different flavors in Fruitopia. So he's a Fruitopia connoisseur. And he didn't want nobody to know that. And they don't want that backlash coming on the team. they don't want that backlash coming on the team. So he was like, that nigga was doing his 52 blocks. It was like he came out of jail. That nigga was that nigga, he was doing his Shaolin 52, Shaolin Brooklyn Hood 52 blocks. That nigga didn't get in. That nigga was a master. He blocked all of them shots. Goddamn, like, nigga, what temple did you go to, my nigga? Goddamn, your style is very good. Your kung fu style is very good. So, why did he try to kiss that nigga in the mouth? Wow. Ugh. Like, come on, man. Back the fuck up. No. Big burly. Goddamn, he looked like he played football back in the day. Big burly football playing. Both of them niggas is 300 pounds. That's even worse. Like, you big two niggas is rolling. No, he tried to put that on blast for the world to see. And the brother was like, no, nigga, you ain't about to expose me. But by doing that, you were exposed. But you don't have a super embarrassing moment. You don't have a super embarrassing moment that can be clipped, and like they can clip that part for sure. That's gonna be memed forever. But at least they don't have the actual. But he did get close. I mean, that nigga got close, didn't he? I thought he touched the lip. I thought there was like some scrapage, some lip scrapage or some shit. Excuse me. God damn, like, nigga, I'd have punched him. I ain't gonna lie, like, motherfucker. I would never be in that position, but that nigga should have punched him. That nigga should have punched the shit out of that motherfucker. Like, nigga, you about to destroy everything, nigga. So I thought that was disgusting. I'm just saying. I just thought it was disgusting. But woo, Lord Jesus. It was kind of funny at the same time. A little funny. Mostly disgusting. but a little funny. So moving along, in the science and the weird. Scientists have discovered mammals can breathe out of their butts. Scientists have discovered mammals can breathe through their booties. Through your ass. You got two holes to breathe out of. It's not only made for wind going out, this wind can come back in, apparently. They won something called the LG Nobel Prize for this discovery. Now, the LG Nobel Prize is a Nobel Prize. They're called farts. That's called farts. But the LG Nobel Prize, yo, Troy Gibson, appreciate you for the chicken shawarma. He said, no diddy. That's right, no diddy. But LG Nobel Prize is not associated with the real Nobel Prize. It's like a spoof Nobel Prize. These are real science research. These are government funded or private funded research things that are going on. But it's for the craziest research, findings that's going on. And so this was one of the craziest ones, I think, and they do different categories like science and technology and, engineering and stuff like that. So this one in the science category, that mammals can breathe out of their butts, mouth to mouth. That give a whole new meaning to mouth, don't it? Let me tell you. That's a whole new that give a whole new meaning to the word mouth to mouth. Now, if it's making good, you might be inclined to do so if it's making good. You know what I'm saying? But but if it ain't making good, you might you know. But here's the story. A team of Japanese scientists who discovered mammals can breathe through their butts, a procedure that could eventually help sick humans get oxygen. So like when they were trying to give them so just take it a little serious for a second. In the Pandeezy, when they were trying to get respirators and stuff like that, they were trying to get people oxygen through the respirator because they couldn't breathe through their chest. Alternatively, they may be able to get I can't even say it with a straight face. What is it? Slumdog. Hey, I'm with you. I'm out. I'm on the other side. Don't even try to resuscitate me. You gotta put that. You gotta wear a sign that say that, nigga. Hey, if I'm about to be dying and I need air, and it can't go through my mouth, I'm out. If the air you try to give me cannot go through here, I'm gone. Just let me be out of here. So I'm with you, Slumdog. But so it says a procedure that could eventually help sick humans get oxygen received the top honor at the LG Nobel Prize parody ceremony Thursday. The research team, led by Ryo Okabe and Takanori Takebe, took home the so-called LG Nobel Prize in Physiology for revealing that animals such as mice, rats, and pigs can absorb oxygen in their bloodstream via their rectums. Via their rectums. Oh. Yeah, Slumdog, I'm with you. I'm out. Damn it. Keep kicking my light out. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gone. Salam alaikum. Just play taps for me. Everybody know taps? Y'all don't know taps from the military when somebody died? Just play that for me. Because I'm out. I'm going to give you one last salute. And I'm gone. Nigga. Don't go nowhere around that area. Shit. Nowhere. Oh, nigga. Oh, there's even more. Hold up. There's more to the story. It says the rump-centric... That's funny. The rump-centric potentially... What? Wait a minute. The rump-centric research potentially offers a new way to help critically ill patients breathe when ventilators or artificial lung supplies aren't available. Like when hospitals were slammed during the Pandeezy. The scientists say in their paper. Yep. I'm out of here. Peace to y'all. I am gone. Goddamn. Breathing through your booty. Goddamn, man. They just come up with all kind of shit. There was a whole bunch of stuff that won. They won. This is one of the ones I found interesting. Somebody won for discovering that the flip of the coin, so this is the way y'all can win. The science research discovered that when you flip a coin, most of the time, the coin is going to land on the face that's up. So if I flip and whatever face is on top, it's mostly going to land on that. And they did crazy research, thousands upon tens of thousands of flips and blah, blah, blah. And most of the time, it landed on the face that was up. So this is a real, this is a real trick for y'all. When most people do coin tosses, they usually pick what? Heads, right? Most people pick heads. So if you know most people pick heads, put tails on the top when you flip the coin. And say, what you going for? Heads or tails? Heads. Okay, boom. You put heads on the bottom. Boop. And most likely than not, it's going to land on tails. That's a little, little cheat for you. You're welcome. I just thought that was interesting. That was one of the ones. But go look at the story on Daily Mail and look at all the different prizes that won. Some nigga won because they did research. This is Caucasian people. When their hair grows out of their head and it grows in a spiral. So does it grow when you're above the northern hemisphere? Does it grow clockwise? And when you're below when you're at the southern hemisphere, does your hair grow counterclockwise? And that actually does. They discovered that when you're above the northern hemisphere and you're in the northern hemisphere, your hair grows clockwise. Excuse me, when you're in the southern hemisphere, it grows counterclockwise. All kind of crazy research experiments. I suggest y'all go look it up. It's really funny. So moving along, on September 22nd, we got the autumnal equinox, everybody. So that's next week. When is the 22nd? The 22nd is going to be on next Sunday. So next Sunday, we got the autumnal equinox. We have the vernal equinox, which is March 21st. And then we got the autumnal equinox, which is September 22nd. This is when the sun is moving below, going to the southern hemisphere, but it's at its even point at this point. It's at the very middle. When it hits the autumn and vernal equinox, it's at the very middle, right? So that's when the day and night are usually the same length when it hits the autumn and vernal equinoxes. So remember, we have to get back in tune with the universe and invoke the energy from those things. When these things happen, these giant celestial events happen, they create a lot of energy or they move a lot of energy because energy can't neither be created or destroyed, but they move around a lot of energy. And so I suggest all of you do your rituals, whatever you want from the universe, write it down, fold it up, fold it towards you, set it on fire, release it to the universe. Things you don't want, write it down, fold it away from you, set it on fire, release it to the universe. And whatever else you can think of. This is just some things I do when I'm invoking power and energy from the universe. That's one of the things I do. But get your tuning forks out. Do your third eye meditation or do your crown chakra tuning when that's about to pop off. Your heart chakra right here. I mean, you can tune your whole body vibration with that. But again, we need to start getting back on the path we used to be on when we had power. They said, they figured out where the power plug was and just unplugged the damn power cord from us. And that was our connection to the universe and the movements and the phenomenon of the universe. So you have one? Good. Make sure you get them off. What I got here? 396, 432, 999. Man, get all your tuning forks. Get ready. And again, invoke that energy. the vernal equinox. I mean, excuse me, the autumnal equinox, September 22nd, next Sunday. Not tomorrow, but next, a week from tomorrow. Do whatever you got to do. Do your rituals so that we can all get back on this, you know, on this vibration, this harmonic vibration of the universe that we should be on. And then, before that's about to happen, there's a 6th planet, so get ready to get ready. Or excuse me, after the autumnal equinox on the 28th. On the 28th, there's a 6th planet planetary alignment happening on the 28th. So we got some stuff going on in the next week or so, y'all. The next couple weeks. Let's get down. Let's get down with this stuff. So again, on the 22nd, the autumnal equinox is on the 22nd. Then on the 28th, we have the planetary alignment, six planet planetary alignment, which is huge. You know, 2 planetary, 3 planetary, those are good. When you get up around 4, 5, and 6, that's when they're really powerful. And we got a 6 planet one popping off, excuse me, on the 28th. So September 28th. So Mercury, we got Mercury, Mars, Jupiter. Wait, what's today? Excuse me. Yeah, what's today? So yeah, so we got Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Saturn will align for the viewing pleasure. The best time to catch the sight of this rare planetary parade is early morning. So get back in tune, people. Get back in tune. Your with the celestial bodies, what they termed in the ancient past the gods. That's what you see as the gods in ancient ancient Kemet, as well as ancient Greece. Those were the Greek gods that they were talking about. Those are the planets. And when the planets moved around, they said the gods were angry at the humans and they brought wrath to the humans. But that's when planets move around, they create a lot of phenomena, and which can be detrimental to the earth. And so this is why they said there was wrath from the gods, because when those planets were moving, excuse me, a lot of stuff was going on earth. So please get back in tune so that we can get our power back. And then last thing I got, this is crazy. Or last couple things. Hold on now. So last thing, or a couple things. Science, this is crazy. Mushrooms. I learned the power of mushrooms. Did you know mushrooms can think? Mushrooms have a neural network. So basically, scientists teach a mushroom how to crawl by fitting it with little robot legs. I haven't gotten to that yet. The Tyreek Hill, I ain't got to that yet. So they built this little thing and put it on top and put mushrooms on top of this little thing that looked like a starfish with legs, and it crawls around. And so they can, when you shine light on top of the mushrooms, it stimulates the neural net within the mushroom, and the mushroom was walking with the legs. Holy shit. Mushrooms can think. So it says scientists use signals from mycelium to control a starfish-shaped robot. This technology could allow biological hybrid robots to gain more autonomy. Scientists from Cornell University in New York have created a new type of biohybrid robot, which puts the humble mushroom in the driver's seat. Natural electrical signals in the mushroom that are triggered by light are able to control the hybrid device devices, insect-like style-like eggs. Excuse me. Are able to control the hybrid device's insect-style legs. The researchers say that robots of the future could make use of these fungal brains to respond and navigate more unpredictable environments. Now, anybody knows, so mushrooms are weird as hell. Anybody has seen that, what's that TV show? Excuse me, because mushrooms are fungus, right? So anybody seen that TV show, The Last of Us? The Last of Us, and then, have you seen that? And it's about the fungus. So this fungus usually only affects insects, but somehow it mutated to affect humans. And it was able to, and then it grew and it became, and then the mushroom was busting out of niggas' heads and they became these zombie things. So what the mushroom does, it takes over insects and then it controls the insect's body. It's doing the thinking. It attaches to the nervous system of the insect, and it controls the insect, no matter what it is, spiders, ants, and shit, and it moves it around, and then it takes it to a spot to a spot that's very high, like a plant or something that's very high, and then it explodes the insect's body so that the spores disperse everywhere else, and then they're able to create more of itself. Shit is crazy. God damn, this shit is crazy. I mean, woo. So that's in The Last of Us, right? So apparently, though, more different mushrooms or different fungus have brains. Because that says to me that that fungus has a brain, is able to control the goddamn, and then make it crawl to a spot that's high on a tree or a plant or something, and then it explodes its body so that the spores go out. And, man, that's crazy. Now, this mushroom, they're teaching mushrooms to walk. This shit is crazy. Now, anybody who's taking magic mushrooms, this may shed a little more light on the magic mushroom side of the game. Are you, when you're connecting, when you take those mushrooms, is your neural net being enhanced by the neural net of the mushroom, the fungus? And that's why it's opening more pathways, more neural net pathways, because you're inducing a neural net from the fungus. And this is why we're able to, because anybody uses mushrooms, you receive much more frequency and vibration from the universe when you take that shit. You're a giant receiver when you do mushrooms. So are we connecting to the neural net of the fungus? I'm just saying, this shed a whole new light on it for me when I saw this. I'm like, oh, okay, so the shrooms have a neural net. We have a neural net, so we're increasing the pathways of our neural net when you take that fungus. That's why you're more enlightened. You're increasing the amount of vibration and frequency that you receive through the dome, through the brain. All right, so that was just crazy interesting to me, so you might want to go out and get you some shrooms. No, I'm just playing. But if you do, tell me how it goes. Then the last thing, police officers have been given a UFO handbook. So police chiefs around the country have been given please Google this story. They have been given a UFO handbook. So the police chiefs have been given a handbook to copy and hand down to the rest of their department, their officers. Why are police officers given a UFO handbook, y'all? When there's supposedly no aliens, right? There's no aliens. There's no such thing as UFOs. There's no aliens. What are you talking about? We don't know anything about that. But just in case, Sergeant Robertson, Just keep that on you. You know, you might want to just keep it on you. You never know. We're not saying that there's aliens, but in case you're riding down the street and one just happens to step in front of the ride, you might want to look at that. So that to me is the biggest thing that says they're probably expecting something to do something with some UFO shit. What was it, Project Bluebeam? Were they supposed to scare the shit out of everybody with aliens? So this to me kind of says they're setting up something like that if they want all the police officers to have a protocol. And it's a uniform protocol, apparently, because they're all getting the same book. They want the police officers to have a protocol when the UFOs show up. Alleged UFOs show up. So they're going to try to trick us with some UFO shit. And the police officers are supposed to handle it in a certain way when it happens. So just be ready, y'all. I mean, the last, what do we got? 3 months of 2024? Holy shit. We about to go off the goddamn rails, y'all. The last 3 months of 2024 is about to be crazy as hell. I'm just saying. Police officers got a UFO play-by-play book. So we'll see what happens. Goddamn. And so it just says they're passing it down in case they come across the phenomenon. They're not saying it's real, but in case they come across the phenomenon, here's a little something you might want to look at. Okay. So thought that was pretty interesting that police officers are getting ready for aliens to roll in. So just be aware. Moving along, last couple things in nigga news. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. Vader. Man, Vader's gone, y'all. Darth Vader. James Earl Jones is Darth Vader. God damn it. Vader's my favorite. Goddamn, he's my favorite character from Star Wars. Him and Yoda. I'll say they're yin and yang. Vader and Yoda, my two favorite characters. But most of the times, I may feel like Vader. Because Anakin Vader, oh my, Vader, come on. I mean, that was the first movie I went to see ever as a kid. When I was a little kid, that's the first movie I ever saw was Star Wars. And goddamn, Vader was in that bitch. And then when I went to see Empire Strikes Back, and he said, Obi-Wan never told you about your father. He told me you killed him. You killed him. No, I am your father. No, it's not true. That's not true. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. No! Niggas, Luke Skywalker couldn't take it. Nigga, Vader was like, yeah, I'm your daddy, bitch. What the fuck, nigga, what you think this is? Yo, yeah, I'm your daddy. God damn it, James Earl Jones. That nigga said, join me and we will rule the world. We will rule the galaxy as father and son. nigga said, you do not know the power of the dark side. Nigga, God damn it, James Earl. He said, you don't know if you only knew the power of the dark side. Love you, James Earl Jones. No diddy. God damn it. That was my shit. I love James Earl Jones. He was also Jaffe Joffer from Coming to America. My son works. Come on, man. That nigga was great as Jaffe Joffer. He said, Jaffe, apologize to the man. I will not. This man is beneath me and so is his daughter. That was one of my favorite scenes. Apologize to the man. I will not. This man is beneath me and so is his daughter. That's right, goddammit, Jaffe Joffer. You the king of Zamunda, goddammit. You don't let nobody talk shit to you. James Earl Jones. Goddamn, man. It sucks. James Earl Jones, the greatest villain. I mean, Darth Vader is the greatest villain of all time. After that is Thanos. But he's the greatest goddamn villain of all time. Oh, man. I'm so mad. God damn it. Damn, James. Damn it. I'm so pissed. But thank you. I'm going to thank you. Thank you for a lifetime of joy and uncovering information that was embedded within the Star Wars. I want to thank you. I appreciate you for that, James Earl Jones, because, man, to find out that Darth Vader, one of the biggest characters in movies all time, was a brother, that did a lot. I'm telling you, you came up around the 80s and stuff. That was a big thing, finding out James Earl Jones, Darth Vader, one of the illest characters of all time. Luke, I am your father. Shout out to Darth Vader, goddammit. Right there. Shout out to Vader. I also want to give a shout out to Frankie Beverly. Joy and pain. We got sunshine and rain. Bring it to me now. Shout out to Frankie Beverly. Silky, silky soul singer. Silky, silky soul singer. Damn it. Frankie Beverly gone too, y'all. We lost James Earl Jones and Frankie Beverly in the same week. That's right. Happy, happy feeling. That's my shit. Put some more Frankie Beverly songs in here. That golden time of day. Yeah, oh man. That golden time of day. Absolutely. We are one. Thank you. Hey, shout out to Frankie Beverly. And put them all in here. We are one. Oh man, I love me some Frankie Beverly. Goddamn. We playing Frankie Beverly tomorrow in Police Stop Law class, damn it. And that's who we playing tomorrow. But shout out to Frankie Beverly and James Earl Jones, two great melanated role models, two great cats who did some great things and made pathways for the melanated people, you know, and gave us a lot of joy and pain. So appreciate you. All right, last thing I got, police stop law lessons. Yep, Tyreek Hill. We're going to talk about the Tyreek Hill. Got pulled over and mangled by the popo, by the Miami police. Now, this is a crazy thing because those police worked for the damn, they were working for the stadium. So they should have known that who those people were. They know, and they also know when those cats come through in those cars, who those cats, they know who the football players are and who are not. I think those police officers are jealous. You know, they're really envious of them cats making that money, these young cats making that money. And anytime they can stick it to them, they will. But so Tyreek was pulled over. Now, was he speeding? Yes, he was speeding. You watch the whole video from from start to finish. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna go over it tomorrow in police stop law class also. But if you watch the video, he sped by. He was speeding, and you know, he pulled him over, and he was asking for his license or registration or whatever, and Tyreek wouldn't roll down the window. So he had to keep tapping on the window. Tyreek rolled down the window, gave him the stuff, then he rolled the window back up. And so he tapping on the window, like, hey, boy, what's wrong with you? So now, is that bad? Are you wrong for doing that? No. There is no law that requires you to roll down your window. There's no law that requires you to roll down your window. Now, some laws in some states where it says you need to present your driver's license and registration to the officer, that's what it says, present. So a lot of times you can just show it to them through the window, especially if you can talk to them through the window. So they want you to open the window so they can smell weed. Let me just give you a little tip. They always want you to roll your window down and enough. They want you to roll it down enough so they can say that they smell weed in your car, and then give them probable cause to search the car. So especially melanated people who look like they from the hood, and you are a super partaker of the broccoli. You know, they use that as a tactic in states where weed is still illegal. So, but there is no law that requires you to roll your window down. So after he handed his papers, he didn't have to roll his window down unless the officer was trying to check him for tint. Now, if you're trying to check for tint and stuff like that, so was heavy tint a factor? He didn't know. The officer didn't say anything about tint. Now, it could play a tint. Now, that's when you do have to roll your window down. If the officer wants to check your tint, then you do have to roll the window down because he has to put the meter on, right? But other than that, there is no law that requires you to roll your window down. Now, if you don't want to, if you want to play it safe, you can crack your window a little bit and talk to him from that little crack, because then they can't say that you didn't roll your window down. Just crack it. But you have the right to just crack your window. Now, when he asked Tyreek to get out of the car, did he have the right to ask Tyreek to get out of the car? He did. I've talked about this case before. Pennsylvania versus Mims. When was that? Because Mel is going to get me for this. 77. I think it's 77. Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. It says that police officers can pull you out of the car at a traffic stop, and it's for their safety. So to ensure that they have a safer encounter, the Supreme Court said police officers can pull you out of a car at a traffic stop for their safety, right? So he had the right to do that. Now, when he asked him out of the car, did he give him any time to get out of the car? He didn't give him no time at all. He said, in fact, get out of the car, get out of the car. He just basically, because he was mad, he just told him, get out of the car, in fact, get out of the car, and then just tried to open the door and everything. You can ask him to get out of the car and then wait for him to get out of the car. But they tried to pull him out. He still had a seatbelt on and everything, because they were mad that he wouldn't roll his window down. And again, there's a little jealousy there with those players, I believe. Again, this is something I believe. There's a little jealousy there with the players. So, they snatch him out. Now, it's like 100 degrees in Miami. They snatch him out and put him on that hot-ass concrete. That's some bullshit. So he goes, they pick him up. And he said, man, what's wrong with y'all, man? Why don't you calm down, man? So, he's doing right. And then he said he did a thing, put the hands on the 10 and the 2 and all the rest of that. That shit is bullshit. That don't work. That's the talk that your parents had with you. Put your hands at 10 and 2 o'clock. Talk respectfully to the police officer and all that bullshit. See, that's when you have fear of the police. When you don't fear the police, you assert your rights. You can talk to them without threatening them. You can talk to them any type of way you want without a threat. Now, I don't suggest you talk crazy, but you can talk confidently and stern and assert your rights. You know what I'm saying? Without you being belligerent and going crazy and aggressive to the police officer, because they'll take that aggression and escalate the situation if you try to be aggressive. So don't be aggressive, but be assertive and be firm and matter of fact about your rights. There's no law against that. And so when they put him on the ground, then they put him in cuffs. Do they have the right to put you in handcuffs? No. Putting you in handcuffs is a Fourth Amendment seizure of your person. And it says no unreasonable seizures. So, that's what it doesn't say no unlawful seizures. It says no unreasonable seizures, searches and seizures. So if you are being calm and you're not giving their police officers any reason to escalate it to make you think that you're going to escalate it to violence, then there's no reason they have to put you in handcuffs. Police officers only supposed to put you in handcuffs when you're a threat to the officer, yourself, someone in the public. So those are the three threats: a threat to yourself, a threat to the officer, a threat to the public, or if you're trying to flee. Or if there's a report of there may be gunplay or something like that. You were aggressive, and there may be some gunplay. You may have had a weapon and you were talking aggressively or something like that. Then they can put you in handcuffs for their safety. But other than that, if you stay calm, then you take the police officers out of their comfort zone, because they're peace officers, and they're trained to bring peace when that peace is disturbed. So if you don't disturb the peace, then they have no reason to come in and try to escalate the situation to bring the peace. And so Tyreek, was he pulled over because he was black? No, he was pulled over because he was speeding. He pulled over because he was speeding. Was he pulled out of the car because he was black? No, he's pulled out of the car because the police officer thought he was being an asshole by not rolling his window down, which made the police officer's asshole come out and escalate the situation way more than he had to. Because again, police officer does have a right to ask you out of the car, but he don't have a right to snatch you out of the car if you're compliant. If you're complying and you're in the process of doing what he's asking, he or she is asking, then they don't have a right to make you try to step it up by forcing you to do it if you're in the process of doing it. So it came out though that police officer, because they suspended him and put him on administrative leave, which is basically, it took him off the street, made him a desk cop. That's what that means. They took him off the street and made him a desk cop. Then he started getting so much more backlash about it, because the videos, everybody started talking about Stephen A. Smith and all that. This is what we're talking about. Stephen A. Smith trying to now speak up for black people, y'all. Stephen A. Smith now trying to all of a sudden, he want to speak up for niggas and getting pulled over and all. Yeah, get your bitch out of here, Stephen A. Smith. But now Stephen A. Smith won't speak up. Everybody been coming back, right? Backlash, backlash, backlash. Now, the Republicans are hilarious. They look at the video and they see him rolling his window up. Now, see, if he would have just complied, if he just did what he said, you'd be all right. You'd have been your face wouldn't have been in the fucking dirt, man. So if you just do what the fucking officer says, just comply with the officer, be respectful to the officer, do what he says, he has no reason to be mad and angry and do it. Nah, you don't have to, because that's literally, or in most cases, that's giving up your dignity when you have to lick the police officer's boot so that they don't beat the crap out of you, something that they don't have the right to do, or don't violate your constitutional rights. Again, something they don't have the right to do. When you have to kiss their ass like they're the kings of the street, kings of the universe, when they're only allowed to enforce the laws, and you have no obligation to follow them if you haven't broken the law. So this is why you need to know that. So then they put him, when the backlash came, they suspended him. They finally suspended him. Then it came out that homeboy had been suspended multiple times already for excessive force. So this wasn't his first time. This nigga be doing this. This is what he do. This is how he get down. So apparently he probably looks at those rich, athletes, these rich super athletes or whatever, and these niggas ain't above the law. They think they bad, they think they dope because they got more money than me. They better than me because they got more money than me. And they riding around, I don't give a fuck who you are. But this is the rhetoric, but I'm sure it's coming out of the officers. I don't give a shit who you are. Now I'll take your ass to jail right now. Boom, boom. You ain't bigger than this and blah, blah, blah. So this is how a lot of them think. Not all of them, but this is how a lot of them think. And so I could definitely see that, because again, the coon Cajuns, all of the coon Cajuns, so this is the Republicans, especially the Republican coon Cajuns, they were, just do what the officer says. If you do what he says, nothing will happen. I'm a big believer in gargling police balls. Police have the biggest, the best balls to gargle. They're the government ball. They're certified by the government. They're the best ball to gargle. So that's what I believe. So if you gargle the ball right, and again, they can be smooth or coarse. It's up to you whether you want to gargle a smooth or a coarse ball. That's your preference. But it's a government ball nonetheless. And so it's going to be certified. for your pleasure. No. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I ain't, no, bitch. Ain't gargling nothing, bitch. So, again, if you just complied, and then also in Miami, we got a PAC. Y'all know what a PAB is, but we got a PAC, a punk-ass cop, grabbed a 15-year-old girl by her braids and then slammed her. Did y'all see the video? There was a fight on the track field or whatever, and she wasn't involved in the fight. The police and whatever came to break up the fight, and she tried to get involved somehow. I think she may have been trying to stop it with him or something like that, and the police didn't know she was trying to stop it or whatever, and they turned to her and grabbed her head, and he picked her up off the ground by her braids, picked her up and slammed her. Like, her feet went in the air. That's how big, because he was a big-ass dude. That's how strong this fool was. He picked her up by her head, threw her like that, where her feet upended and went that way, and slammed her on the ground. So that police officer, they said apparently he was in trouble. Now, again, you know, would that have stopped? Would that help? No. But knowing how to deal with the police probably would have helped her at first. A lot of people, we don't know how to deal with police and interact. So a lot of our interactions go wrong from the jump because we don't know what our rights are, what we can and we can't do in our interactions with police. But going after the police officer after that is what the parents should be doing. They should be going right after his bond. They should be going to file a claim on his bond for what he did to their daughter. And the kid, when they tried to talk about it, like, these kids they are getting dumber and dumber. No slight on her, but it's the education, because she couldn't barely put sentences together. Like, she couldn't barely speak articulately and on nothing. The way the clips of her saying what happened was like 2 seconds, because she probably couldn't put a whole coherent sentence together enough for the news station to put it together. So it was 2 clips. He grabbed my hair. It felt bad. Yeah, I was hurt. Like, there's little stuff like that. And so we got to get our education game up. But her parents could have went and filed the claim on the bond, because they also going to do a lawsuit. But you can file the claim on the bond right here. This is a way you get back at them while you're waiting on the lawsuit. You can go after that bond, get the bond money. And not that it's that easy. I'm not trying to say it like it's that easy. You got to do some footwork. You got to do some investigation. You got to put your Dick Tracy hat on, your Inspector Gadget hat on, and do some investigation and hunt some stuff down. But this shows you where the laws are. Now, just because you can know where the laws are doesn't mean that they're going to follow it all the time. So you're going to have to make them, do it, because sometimes they move the bonds around so that you can't find them. So you may have to make some calls and stuff and find out where these bonds actually are, even though it says where they are in here. You may have to find where they actually put them. So, but boom, this is how you get back at the police officer. This is their last end game, which is why they hide the bonds around. They move them around like 3-card money. Y'all know, y'all been in New York. You seen the hustling cats with the 3-card money. Find the queen. Find the queen. And then the queen being under this nigga foot. While you got 3 cards up here, he done dropped the queen on the ground. He's standing on the queen while you think the queen is on the table. That's what they do with the bonds. So, but this shows you all the places that they hold the bonds and where you can go find the bonds and stuff like that. So get in here, get your information. This is what the child should know when they're at school. When their kids encounter police officers, they should know what to do and what not to do with police. Know your rights manual. Get them that information. Let's arm these children. How great would it be to see a bunch of videos of melanated cats, melanated children in their teens, just handling the police with conscious information, with police information, understanding and knowing what to do and what not to do with the police. Man, that's going to go viral like crazy. and spark a revolution. Can we get that done? We have it going on right now. The people who are in Know Your Rights Foundation taking the classes right now, their children listening in on the classes and stuff like that. So we are raising some cats that are going to be dope as hell in this law stuff. A lot of our board members, they have children who are sitting around. They be listening. They're listening in on the information. And it seems like they're, they just some loud little rug rats right now, but they're taking in this information subconsciously, and they're going to internalize it, and then in the future, it's going to be a part of them. This is going to be the new future. This is who we're trying to raise in the future. An army of law gods who can't be stopped by anything the system puts before them, because they understand the system so intricately inside and out, mastering it, that the system is their bitch at this point. This is what we're doing. This is why I put this together. Not because I like to follow rules. I'm the most non-rule following nigga you ever seen. However, if you show me how some shit works, I'll break it down and just dissect it and do the research and study on it to find out where the weak points are in it. So I can maneuver around it and bend it to my will. That's my game. Bending the shit to your will. Not breaking it, but bend it to your will. So again, Know Your Rights manual, everything you need to know about police stops, and traffic stops right here, and what'll happen when they violate your constitutional rights. This is the public official bonds book. Show you where to go get those bonds or that insurance, either one if they have either one, so that you can file the claim when your daughter, your son, or your daughter gets manhandled by the police officer, flipping a little 15-year-old girl like that. Man, that boy, I wish I'd have been there. Woo! Like, I told, take that uniform off, partner. You got to take the uniform off right now. You got to see me. You got to see me immediately. You so gangster, you can throw around little girls like that. Throw me around. Let me see it. I want to see it. Come on. Throw me around, please. I give you a permission to approach me to try to throw me around. Because, nigga, that's the last thing you ever gonna do. You got to see me. So, again, arm them. Send your children to school with these right here. Constitutional rights cards. Let them have them in their pockets, their purse, or in the back of their phone cases or whatever. Tells the officers what their rights are, what'll happen when they violate those rights. And then the qualified card and notice. Qualified immunity card and notice. That they'll lose their qualified immunity when they violate your constitutional rights and they knowingly do it. Because if they don't know they violate your rights, that's when they get qualified immunity. So if you alert them that they're in danger of doing it on camera before they do it, then you got them. And this is what you keep with you at all times. And you hand this to police officers and you say, I don't answer questions when they start asking you those questions. Boom. Again, this is how we're getting back at police. This is how we're going to get back at the popo right here. And then while I have the last cards left in there, I think I have at least 10 of each of these left. So while I have them left, I'm going to throw in all 5 decks of the flashcards. You get all of this right here when you order the great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. The only place you can get it from me. All of this information, last 120 years, I think by now. So again, everything you should know, all the science foundations around the world dealing with melanin in all the countries around the world. This is all of that information that's compiled, and I put it into a book for you when I got it from their website, and they took the files off of their website so nobody else could get this information. I took the files and turned it into a book for you. So right here, order the hard copy. You get the whole police stop law package and the flashcards and everything. And if you want to learn the law for free, boom, get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Please sign up. Be a part of this law army, this 1 million Johnny Cochrans that we are putting together. It is going to be glorious. What did X-Clan say? Vanglorious. It's going to be vanglorious. When you see a bunch of melanated people walking down the street, confident in the law, being able to mash on police officers just like that. And not that you want to mash on police officers because, you know, you only want to bring them that energy when they bring it to you. But when they do bring it to you, you pull out them damn Ginsu knives, them law knives, and you start cutting them up. Boom. You do it right here, teach you the law for free, and then you get one of these certifications, and then you go back out and you start Ginsuing the popo when they violate your constitutional rights. Only then, and that's all. When they violate your constitutional rights, your family or some friends or just some random people you see out in the street, if you have the law to be able to stop that, the knowledge to be able to stop it, then you do it and you get in here and you do it. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you want to do that, somebody just already, right while I'm on here, somebody already went to the website and signed in and said, I want to join the movement. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody, you better get your butt up in here before we leave you. And you see this damn great-ass organization in the next 3 years. And you be like, God damn, Kev was telling us to join this a long time ago. I could have been a part of this, mashing out. Yep, you sure could have. You damn right, you sure could have. The law is not hard to learn. You just need to want to learn it. We've compiled all of the information about police stop law in one place that was all spread everywhere, which is why you couldn't learn it before. We've gathered all of that information and pulled it into one spot. So you don't got to go nowhere else to learn all of this shit. Whereas before, you would have to go to law school and law libraries and get pulled over a bunch of times and go fight. We don't got to do none of that now. We got all the information for you. KnowYourRightsFoundation.org. Sign up. Be a part of it. And then make sure you hit up the homie Timmy Tight Top for the weed juice. The delectable juices that he has. Again, surprisingly sweet. This is the favorite right here. So hit up Timmy Tight Top. I'll give you the number. So that, again, that number for Timmy Tight Top, if you want the weed juice, 323-776-2587. 323-776-2587. And that is it for me. I am hungry. It is shawarma time. Y'all know what it is. Thank everybody for the shawarma donations. Everybody who hit that, hit the Cash App. Appreciate you because they don't, demonetized on here, so you can't super chat me. So I appreciate all the chicken shawarma donations through the Cash App. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to put it to good use right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank all my moderators for holding it down in the chat room. Thank everybody for joining me on this Saturn's Day. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I really, really do. And I'm out of here. Deuces.